Marauder.
You stupid bastard.
This just in, 75% of Milk Crate Marauders listeners are not subscribed.
Subscribe to the channel, you funky bastards.
How about smashing that subscribe button? Before I crack you a good one.
Cocksucker!
Milk Crate Marauder.
You know who wants? You know who's here? He's here early. He wants to meet you. You know Tracy Morgan from 30 Rock. You know, he's here. Can he meet you?
Yeah.
Tracy, come on in and meet her. He's going out there. He's going berserk. I'm getting notes through this whole interview. Yes.
He must be a big fan.
Do you do interracial scenes at all?
Not on film.
Right.
I haven't done any yet.
Hey Tracy, you want to meet Riley? I heard you wanted to meet her.
Hey there, how are you?
Easy.
Like a candy shop in here.
Give him some headphones. Hey. What do you say, Tracy? Hey. Tracy in a big new hit movie.
Well, it hasn't become a hit yet. It hasn't opened.
Cash.
Wait, what did you just say?
I got a hit movie coming out.
Yeah. What are you trying to... You hitting on her?
Yeah, already. $20, I'll get you pregnant. You believe extra $5, I induce the labor.
Do guys...
And for extra 15, I bring your period down.
Do guys offer you money all the time for sex? Is she not the most beautiful porn star you've ever seen in your life?
God damn.
Yeah.
So if me and you was in a porn star, if we was in a porn movie, we could just do it right here, with people looking and everything, like somebody holding a boom over and all that. Jesus Christ. So you gag on purpose?
Sometimes, not always.
Wow, awesome stuff, man.
Yeah, this is pretty hot.
Toes look like Skittles, too, man. That's the thing. When you hit the doggy style and they dig their feet into the couch or the bed.
Oh, yeah.
I love that, because, dudes, we look at everything. Like, when I masturbate, and I look at porno, I'm not just looking at the two individuals on the bed. I'm looking at the clock on the wall, you know, the sheets being pulled. It's everything that makes the whole moment.
You taking the whole experience. One thing I will say about Riley, I don't know if you've seen Riley's films. They're very high quality. Is that the right word to say, Riley? Yes.
See, that's not my thing, man.
They're not grainy and...
That's not my thing. I'm a douchebag, man.
Well, then you should look at my website.
It's
very grainy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just me, just like masturbation. Like very...
Yo, you see how she did the masturbation? Like the dildo is big, huge.
Now, you were saying you've never done a black eye on film, maybe in your personal life, but not...
I've never actually done it. I misspoke. I never did it. I haven't had sex with a black man.
You've never had sex with a black man? Is the black man a better lover, Tracy?
You asking me? I don't know. I ain't
never made love to any black man.
I ain't never made love to no black man. I don't know. I know I get down for my crown. I can't speak for no black dude. Ain't no black dude ever went up in me, man.
Let me tell you something. Riley was telling us a beautiful, beautiful story about how she used to babysit. And at 15, she was blowing the guy she babysat for. Isn't that something?
That is hot. You are just hot. Look at the lips. Jesus, I'm just looking at you because you're like a porn star, and I see it in your eyes, man. You'll probably break me.
What do you mean?
You'll break me. I know you would. I'll probably get sprung. I'll get sprung. You probably have me open like a research monkey. But aren't you in a deep, loving relationship? I was reading your article. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. No monkey stop. No one monkey stop no shows here.
Wait a second.
I'm laying the dick down. If she give me some, she put it in my face. I'm eating the butthole and everything, man.
I just heard that. Does that turn you on? That he would eat your butthole?
I'll stick my tongue in the crack of your ass. Hard.
Do guys
spit on it? God, I would want you to spit on my cock like you hate it.
Yeah.
Call it a racial appetizer.
Riley, do you do that? Do you put your tongue in a guy's ass if he's really?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that is wonderful.
See what I'm saying? There is a Santa Claus.
Riley, why?
There is a Santa Claus.
Riley, why don't girls ever put their tongue in my ass? I'm a famous guy. I'm not. I mean, okay, I'm not that hot, but okay, I'm not horrible. I mean, why is it?
You are horrible.
I am horrible.
No, you're hot.
Oh, thank you.
You don't like that stuff,
what,
man.
What, tongue in my
you
ass?
respect women too much.
I think
man.
I would like it.
Too much? There's no too much.
I mean, in the bed, man, I'm going all out.
He knows me pretty well because
be a lady on the streets, but in the bed, I want a slut.
Do you get a tongue up your ass?
All all the time.
But I would feel
get
bad
my
for the girl.
salad tossed by my woman all the time.
And I would feel bad for the woman if she had to put her tongue up my ass. Maybe I'm thinking it through too much.
See, you overthinking it.
Too much. You won't be able to enjoy it if you think about it too much.
When you put your tongue up a guy's ass, is he on his back with his legs spread open, or is he Tracy, you're saying yes, but that seems very feminine.
Doggy style. That'd be
Bring
kind of
the
weird
bitch
if
right
he was
out of
doggy
me.
style and I was like...
It's not
wouldn't
doggy
that be-
style.
No, that would be
Yo,
weird,
Howard,
though.
It's
when you get your ass ate, this is how you sound.
Really?
Bring the bitch right out. You ever fuck with the taint?
The what?
No?
The taint.
The taint?
Oh.
Sure,
The little in between?
Yeah.
I love
You fuck with
that.
You love that.
Yeah.
See, I'll explode in your face after that. Your whole shit
love
be
that too.
painted like Pompeii or something.
I tell you, I'm just a little uptight, I guess. I mean, but you're such a beautiful woman. I got to get more of these videos. I'm telling you. Tracy, you got to get on her website.
Yeah, but I like them big, man. I like, me,
Big.
200.
This girl-
C-section scar.
No, you don't. This girl.
Yeah, I'm going to take them like that, too.
Right.
Yeah, I regulate every shade. I don't care. I don't discriminate. Big, fat, skinny, short, ugly.
Is that a piece of jewelry that fell on the floor there?
Oh,
Is that
this
yours?
is my vibrating necklace I brought for you.
Now, what is a vibrating necklace?
These are new pirate toys, and this is a necklace.
How powerful is it?
It's sealess.
How do you use it?
And it goes on different speeds.
And you just put that right on the clit?
Uh-huh. And look at it, does that?
Yeah, I feel that's it. That's
Trying to put
powerful.
that on your taint.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Show me how it's used. I don't understand.
You take it and
Yes.
you put it like right here.
Let me see. Right on there, huh?
Right here.
Get them.
Tracy's trying to see what's going on.
Where you want it.
She forgot to wear her panties.
Yeah, I'm still looking at it.
And you put it on your breast?
Yeah, you can put it anywhere.
What does that look like? Show me how you do that. Oh, you keep your clothes on when you do that? Oh, I see.
Oh, you're
Wow.
so silly.
Look at that. Tracy. Tracy, none of that goes on at 30 Rock. Tina Fey never does any of that. Does she?
Cute though.
She is cute. She is very cute. Well, Riley, I'm going to tell you something. You are adorable.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong.
Pretty vagina, man.
Yes.
Her joint is not beat up or nothing.
No, she's
Her
very
shit
young.
don't look like ham hocks, man.
How old are you, Riley?
22.
22 years old. Well, you got a great future ahead of you. I'm
Thank
telling you.
you.
It was great to meet you.
That's what you did. You met her.
I met her. And, you suffer from a little bit of ADD, Tracy, and yet I see you're fully focused on her and able to sit and pay attention to whatever she says.
And it's been, what, 10 minutes? You've
Yo,
never...
she got it in my face, Robin. It ain't every day that you get to see vagina.
Check out
Well,
Riley's...
we get to see vagina
Every day, yes.
Well, Tracy, let me tell you something about Riley, because I see you're quite taken with her. But I did read the article on you in Rolling Stone. He has a big movie coming out with Bruce Willis, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But it says in the article that you are in love and that you're actually engaged to be married.
You're engaged?
To be married to a new woman. That's what it said in the article. Is that true?
I don't know. But we did that a long time ago. We did that long before I met her.
You did some cock blocking. You're really taken with Riley, aren't you?
She's beautiful, man. Her eyes, her lips, and everything, man.
Yeah.
Word up.
This is the kind of girl you work hard to get.
Yeah, I couldn't keep her, though, man. I wouldn't be able to keep her.
Why
I'm
not?
too jealess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me too.
Way
She
too
can't
jealous.
work when she's with you? She gotta get out of porn?
She got to stay in the house. Walk around ass naked.
To lock her up. It would be hard to be your boyfriend because I would be
Man,
very
you know what
jealous.
I would do? The first thing I'd do, I'd hit you where you duty at. Make that booty fat.
Have you done anal on film yet, Riley?
film.
You have not done, Riley. You have not done anal on film, but you do it in your personal life?
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy anal?
I enjoy not enjoying it.
You like the
pain.
Yeah?
You like the pain.
I like being really submissive.
And you would want to have anal sex with her before vaginal
Hell
sex?
yeah.
Really?
All of that. Ass to mouth, all of that.
You would want to do ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth, all of that, bitch.
Riley, do you do ass to mouth?
I've never done it.
I know that shit probably get mad wet, man.
Yeah? Is that the case?
I eat her like a gyro.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
So here's a suggestion.
Go ahead.
She gets on a sybian, and I'm going to do something I've never done before. I would be willing to pass the controls over to Tracy.
Did you ever ride a sybian? Do you know what that is?
I know what it is. I've never been on
Do
it.
you want to try it?
Okay.
Do you want Tracy, a celebrity, to work the controls for you?
Okay.
Would you like to do that, Tracy?
What's the sybian?
I'm going to show you this. I didn't know if
You
you'd be
don't
into
know
it.
about the sybian,
But I want you to do me a favor, Riley. I want the truth. I don't want fake orgasm.
Okay.
I want to know if it really gets
They're
you
bringing
off.
in equipment and everything.
Yeah, the
What's
equipment's
happening?
coming in. Right, yeah.
Oh, just wait
giving
till
me a
you see
hard
what
hat?
we do to you.
What's going on here?
We might let you work the controls. And Tracy,
maybe give Riley an orgasm.
and you too, no fake orgasm. I don't want you coming in your pants.
Wait a minute, I gotta come too. I gotta pull my meat out.
No. That's the sybian. Go sit on that thing, Riley, and I want your honest opinion of what you feel inside, all right? I want to know the truth. No fake orgasming here, all right? This is not a porno movie. This is real life. All right, here we go. All right, Chris, you're about to give Riley an orgasm. All right, let me get these mics on.
Tracy was walking over there like I'm the man for the job.
Yeah. Now, Riley, tell me everything that you're feeling. If you can be vocal during it, that would help, okay? All right.
Where do I sit with it? Right on
You sit on there.
Well, are they going to
wait.
put a cover on it?
No, they got to put a cover on it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right.
A lot going on here, Howard.
All right.
I was just telling Tracy, how to use the sybian correctly.
Now, I would think Riley would need it up to at least 50%, if not more.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Riley is undressing for this. Tracy, you look confused. What's confusing about this?
I ain't never had no equipment. I'm too young for equipment.
Riley, you look about as perfect as it gets, to be honest with you. All right, sit on that thing, Riley.
This is the life right here.
Right here.
Oh,
Tracy, you're going to remain clothed for this? Thank you. Yeah. Now, Tracy, when you work this, just don't jack her up to 100%. Work her in slow.
I won't.
All right. Riley, I want you to be 100% honest with me and tell me what you're feeling inside.
Oh, what do I do?
All right. Start her at 20%, Tracy. All right. Gary might need to take over. I think Tracy can't handle it.
He's a little
No, I'm good.
timid.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Timid and shy.
Get the mic on there. Are you feeling anything?
Oh my God, yeah.
You are. What has he got it at, Gary?
Probably about 25.
All right. Put her up to 50% and let's see what happens.
That's keep going a little bit. That's 50.
Already? Wow. Do you need more juice?
Yo, let me see it. She is not scared.
Did it happen? Oh.
She came.
It happened? Riley? Yep. Take her down. Tracy, you can kill her with that thing. It happened? For real?
Wow, look at that. This thing is glistening. That thing is shining, man.
Talk to me about what just happened.
She was going to squirt.
Good.
You really liked it?
Yeah.
You weren't kidding around?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I didn't
let
even
me
get
see
to
from
masturbate
behind.
before.
You didn't?
Came in.
Good Lord.
Wow, look at that.
Well, Tracy, you did a great job. I feel like you two really hit it off.
Now I'm supposed to do comedy now?
Yeah, no, you go back and sit on the couch. Listen, Riley, that was one hell of a situation that just happened here. I want to say how
If all these dudes wasn't in here, my dick would be hard. Whoa.
you want to keep the sybian rubber?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Would that be okay, Riley?
Of course.
Isn't that nice?
This is mine?
Yeah, that's yours.
Autograph it for me and everything?
Of course.
Yeah. Look at you.
Wow, look at that. This,
Tracy's
that on this.
Where are you going to display that, Tracy?
Huh?
One of my house.
Tracy, where are you going to display that?
I'm going to hang this up on my wall. Put this next to the Muhammad Ali gloves of my house.
Riley, thank you and good luck, and come see us again.
Okay, thank you.
You were delightful. And Tracy, I'll talk to you about your movie with Bruce Willis in a minute. All right. Go smoke a cigarette. And Riley, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back right after. Sit down. You're not going. I'm going to talk to you.
Where are you going?
All right. We'll be back with Tracy Morgan right after this.
Who's this?
I'm gonna fuck you like a wild animal on this.
I'm retarded, you jerk!
You stupid bastard.
Who's here? A big movie star, Tracy Morgan. This is
Star of stage and screen and television.
This is very big for you, what's happening. I believe, and I'm going to make a prediction. You're going to go into a whole nother level now. You got a film coming out with Bruce Willis.
You think, screw television, he's going to be a movie star?
Yeah. I think this is the beginning of your movie career, and I think it's going to be
Never
big.
see TV again.
Nope.
I'm fulfilling my obligation to 30 Rock. You know, I'm not calling nothing because I might spoil it. So I'm
now
just
you're talking like a politician.
I'm not calling it.
No, you're smart. I'll tell you why you're smart. 30 Rock has been good to you. Tina Fey has been good to you.
Yeah.
You're gonna, and you know what? You'll stick with that. I bet you're making a good dime with that thing.
Yeah.
And you stick with a good thing, but you start to do films.
Yeah.
Like what Belushi and Aykroyd did.
You don't want to jump
the
the shark, man.
Don't jump the shark. Now, how did this all come about? 30 Rock has catapulted you. Saturday Night Live never used you properly, as far as I'm concerned. Never.
I'll tell you what happened. Me and Tina, we came up with that speech for the Golden Globes, and that was the tipping point.
What do you mean? What did you say at the Golden Globes?
At the Golden Globes, when we won the Golden Globes a year ago, and I did the acceptance speech, the Obama speech.
Right.
That was the room, man. It's the Golden Globes. That's the room.
What did you say? Remind people.
I forget what I said.
What do you mean you forgot? This was the moment and you forgot?
I said that if I told Tina Fey if we won, I was going to give the speech for post-racial America, and Kate Blanchett had to deal with it.
And when you gave that speech,
the whole room lit up. I mean, I'm sitting there, and you got Al Pacino, and you got Clint Eastwood, and everybody just cracking up.
Big stars were cracking up.
Cracking up. And
did Bruce Willis see it? Did Bruce Willis see that?
I don't know if Bruce saw it, but I know Mark Platt and people at WB saw it.
Don't you think your work at 30 Rock is what made them aware of how funny you were?
Absolutely.
Right. And they see that you're a workable artist. You've gotten over your problems. You're not drinking. You've got your diabetes under control.
My mother spoke, too.
Your mother spoke?
Me and my mom speak, man. I love my mother.
Oh, you're talking to your mom again.
That's my mom's, man.
I can't believe it. Your mother was... You were not raised by your mother.
To a point. To a point when I got into high school, I went to live with my father because I knew I needed him at that point.
But you and your mother were on the outs. I mean, you've always been kind about her, but you were on the outs.
Yeah, we had our differences.
Do you say in the back of your mind, of course she speaks to me now. Now I'm in a movie with Bruce Willis. Now I'm on 30 Rock.
Not about my mom, man. Not about my mother.
But do you have that feeling?
Not about my mother. My mom's went through 16 hours of you know, what do you call that? Labor.
Labor.
Yeah, she ain't got to... My mom's can talk to me anytime she wants.
Why did you and your mother
My mom's going to love me unconditionally. I spent 9 months in her. She going to love me whether I'm funny or not.
Then why did you and your mother ever stop talking? I don't get it.
Because I guess when I was younger, I was a young black boy in the ghetto, and there was a lot of things going on around me. And at that age, I knew if I would have stayed where we were, I would have became a statistic like the rest of my friends. And I needed my daddy at the point.
You were a drug dealer, but a bad one.
No, listen. I dealt drugs.
Right.
But I was not a drug dealer. I dealt drugs, but I was not a drug dealer. I knew I wasn't going to make that a career. I couldn't put up with the crackheads, man.
Right.
I threw a meeting one time with 25 crackheads in a fucking room.
Right.
Because I was selling nickels, okay?
Right.
$5.
Right.
They would bring me sometimes $2 and 300 pennies, and I'm not counting them fucking pennies. Get your shit together.
You weren't a good drug dealer because you couldn't deal with the
I felt there should have been a union, and I felt there should have... I was like the Hoffa.
It wasn't even a good career move.
You didn't like the job.
I didn't like the job. There was no fucking lunch break. What do you mean?
It was hard work.
You would get killed if you took a lunch break.
How did you know you were funny enough that you could get out of being a drug dealer? You were brave. You went right down to a comedy club, right? And you tried out.
I didn't know. It took for my boy Alan Barksdale to get murdered.
Right.
And when me and him used to be bagging up the drugs, I would have him cracking up, and he would always say, what the fuck are you doing, man? Take your ass to the Apollo. And I'd be like, fuck that. I'm going to be like fucking, you know, Frank Lucas, you know? And
why do you think...
When he died, it just clicked. You clicked onto me.
You got hired by Saturday Night Live, and they didn't know what the hell to do with you, did they? They could have been a disaster, this career. You finally got to Saturday Night Live.
No, what it is, you can't blame Saturday Night Live. I was there with young people that was from a totally different walk of the world.
Right.
From someplace totally different. And that takes time for them to get your voice and know what's going on. I'm from the hood.
Didn't you have a chip on your shoulder at Saturday Night Live? Didn't you feel like these people don't think I'm funny because I'm black?
I was too busy being thankful.
But didn't Lorne Michaels come to you and say, Tracy, listen, The reason this isn't working is you think we hired you because you're a black man, that we needed a token black man. We hired you because you're funny.
Yeah.
That's what he said to you.
Then it clicked on to me.
And then you finally embraced the job.
That was other people in the black community, other comedians hating and all that, telling me, you know they're not going to use you because you're black. You know that. And so I've learned not to listen to anything outside of me.
So your own black brother fed you bullshit because he was jealous.
Some of them.
Some of them did.
Yeah, but that's just competition. I'm not mad at that either.
They brought the race card in and said, they just hired you because you're black.
Sometimes, I mean, Keenan Ivory Wayne made a movie about it. It's called A Hollywood Shuffle.
Right. But can you imagine? Think about the hate in that. You know, here you are. You got the break of a lifetime.
You think about running for your freedom back in the days. Listen, Massa. Listen, Harriet Tubman and them in there reading books and shit.
Right.
That went on then.
I'm talking about your life, though. People came up to you and said, you know what, man?
Discouragement.
You're the only reason you're there. You're black. And it's a black guy saying it to you.
Well, Howard, don't act as if this doesn't happen to everyone.
I'm talking about Tracy.
I'm talking about, don't make it a black thing. Look at the black man.
It's the black man.
It's a white thing.
White people do it to each other.
Talking about Tracy's life. I'm instructing young black men who are listening that it's not always just the white man.
No matter who you are, no matter where you come from in life, don't listen to no fucking body. Fuck, that's what I get from my mother. I get her stubbornness. She had 5 kids, and everybody told her probably that we wasn't going to amount to shit, and she never gave up on her kids.
So when Lorne Michaels turned to you and said, listen, I hired you because you're funny, it started to click. And then the career got better even at Saturday Night Live.
My fangs came down. And I began to feed.
You began to feed.
Like a vampire.
And see the monster that is show business, and you began to wrestle with it. And then, after Saturday Night Live, Tina Fey comes along, and she recognizes how to write for you, how to use you in a show. And then people start getting turned on to you. But you were having your problems. Yeah. You almost fucked the whole thing up.
Yeah, but you gotta understand,
man. You almost lost your foot.
This is not just a black thing like Robin says. This doesn't come for anybody, no matter who you are, what color you are. This is success and show business and all that stuff. It don't come with no instructions.
Look at my friend Artie.
It don't come with instructions. You live and you learn, and then you learn some more.
But you almost did. You were drinking so heavily that you almost lost your foot. Yeah. That would have been the end of everything.
Yeah.
You didn't care. You were self-destructive. You were going to kill yourself. Yeah. Why do you think you wanted to kill yourself?
I didn't think I wanted to kill myself. I was just partying. I was just having a good time.
No, you weren't just partying.
I had fun. I had money now. I had fame. People were paying attention to me, and I thought I was having a good time. I didn't know that. I didn't know nothing about diabetes. I thought it was just like cough. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't understand to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I overlooked how deadly that disease is.
You weren't educated.
And I overlooked my wife, my ex-wife, and my family, and I wasn't dealing with reality, because then I was here, and then after this was over, I was back here.
Your ex-wife still causes you.
You know what I mean? I was back in the hood.
Your ex-wife still causes you great sadness. You consider that a defeat. You were with this woman. She was with you from the beginning. 21-year marriage. She stuck by you.
I don't think she causes it. I think I caused that.
Yes.
I think she gave me joy.
But you're getting pussy now, and you like it.
I mean, we moved on emotionally. Yeah. You know, physically, I'm a man. I'm Trey Morg. You know what I'm saying? I'm not meant to live alone. Like Luther Vandross said, I'm not meant to live alone, man. I'm not built for that, man. I got to have somebody in my bed keeping my feet warm.
Explain to me something. You are with a woman now. You are engaged, are you not?
I'm not officially engaged.
But
what are you?
You're living with a woman.
I'm just chilling.
Who is this woman? How come I've never met her?
I don't know who she is. You tell me.
Why is it in your apartment?
I'm chilling out in my apartment with my animals, and I'm chilling, and that's it, Howard.
Let's talk about your animals, because I want to know.
I have friends. I have a lady friend.
Is this an affect? In other words, is this when girls come over to look cool, or are you really into these type of animals?
I love my animals. I have exotic animals.
You have two killers. You have 2 killer snakes. I'll tell you exactly what he has. He has an aquarium filled with sharks, killer sharks.
No, I gave the snakes away. I gave them to my boy Kenny.
Because it's creepy to sleep in an apartment with sharks, with snakes that could kill you.
No, they were pretty. They were majestic.
Yes, but they could kill you if
No, they're not getting out. My tank that I had, it was custom made, and it's really secure. And they don't kill you like that. I mean, they're not. I feed them. As long as you feed them, you won't.
You made a beautiful statement once. You said, here's all these beautiful fish that exist in this world. We never get to see them.
We don't even know they live with us.
So I keep them in my apartment to remind me. And also, you said you like predatory animals because it reminds you out there how the sharks eat and they feed on each other, and it reminds you how tough the world is out there. Is that true?
My sharks, my baby.
Do you really need to be reminded of that? How tough
I was going to say, how could you forget?
No, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, when you look at them, they're beautiful, and they don't want to be hand-fed. They want to go get theirs.
Right.
So that's what that reminds. That's a metaphor for that. I'm going to get mine. You don't have to give me nothing. Show me where the door is, man. I'll get through it.
What you're referring to
I'll take that motherfucker off the hinges.
When you feed your sharks, you feed them live other fish and things.
From time to time, I put some goldfish in there.
Right. Do you ever feel bad for the goldfish? Do they ever remind you of you in the ghetto when the bullies would feed on you sometimes?
Nah.
You never think about that?
Nah.
You like to watch them feed the
because I was a shark, baby.
You were always a shark?
Yeah, man.
You never were taken advantage of?
Nope, nah, I mean...
Were you a fighter?
No, I was a lover.
Okay, but...
And I had a sense of humor, so the bullies, I would make them laugh to keep them off my ass. My oldest brother was crippled, so I couldn't go get him. So I had to... My sense of humor became a defense mechanism when I was younger. But then I got older, that shit became a business.
Did people pick on your brother? Your brother was very ill.
My brother was the man.
He was.
What? Reality?
Yeah.
My brother's name is Reality. His real name is Jimmy Morgan Jr. But his 5%er name was Reality, and nobody fucked with him.
Was he in the 5%ers?
Yeah.
He was a tough guy.
Yeah.
And what was his disability?
That was my father when my daddy wasn't there. He taught me how to fight and all that.
What was his disability?
He had meningitis when he was younger, and it affected his legs, took his legs out.
He was in a wheelchair?
Nah, he could walk, but he was crippled.
He was crippled.
Severely crippled.
And he made it into the 5%ers?
Up here was this.
5%ers is one of the toughest gangs in the world.
I don't think they're a gang. I think it was a culture. I wouldn't call it a gang, but it was a culture.
Well, I've been beaten by many 5%ers. So.
Yeah, well, I mean...
I received many beatings.
You shouldn't stay your ass out of Harlem, goddammit.
Stay your ass
out of Brooklyn. Don't be saying Bay Ridge, don't come through Bed-Stuy.
Tell my parents that. So your brother was a tough guy, even though he had his...
But he was a righteous dude. He wasn't a thug.
Right.
He wasn't a gangster. He was the head of the household.
Right.
But he was tough, and he would... I mean, as far as failing classes and all that, he whooped my ass, man. He kept us in check.
The 5%ers are the toughest guys around, but they also have a religious culture, too.
But I think he was doing that because he was searching.
Right.
He was trying to come up with a solution on his own.
Maybe find his own family.
I don't know how he is with that now, as far as religion and all that. I don't know how he is with that right now. I think he's spiritual, but he kept the name. That was his identity, reality.
So you stay in your apartment mostly now. You've learned not to go out too much and party.
I hear about
How
you
would I
all
go
that
out?
much.
I go out with you. I'm just putting myself around people that's into what I'm into, that's cool, that's good.
So you're not hanging out in the clubs with the people you used to hang
man, I can't do that, man. There ain't nothing but trouble there for me.
Yeah.
For me, that's good for everybody else.
But
I know
irony.
I'm public right now, and I'm out there, and when you get to a certain point, there's a bullseye on your stomach and a target on your back, and I'm not trying to have that. I'm from NYC, and I already know the time. I'm like Flavor Flav. I got the big invisible clock on me. I know the time. So, I'm not going to put myself in a situation where somebody could just fuck with Trey. Just because they drunk, and I don't drink, and the witching hour was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, I did it. It was fun, and I let it go. Now I'm just working too much.
Here's the irony of the situation.
I work too much, Rob.
When Tracy had to wear his ankle bracelet, the ankle bracelet actually infected his foot, and and that's when he almost lost his foot. So you hit rock bottom, and now you learned your lesson.
Now I'm going up.
Now you're going up. Now there's something
Can you imagine your ankle bracelet kills you?
You know what? That was the bottom for me.
Wow.
We fall down, but we get up. It's not no sin to fall.
Imagine the doctor says...
get comfortable down there? That's when it's fucked up.
Imagine the doctor says to you, your ankle bracelet's infected your foot, and now because you don't take care of your diabetes, we're going to have to take your foot off because of your ankle bracelet.
You know what I said to him that night?
What'd you say?
You ain't taking shit, motherfucker.
Right. He's called the doctor a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Isn't that smart?
You ain't taking shit, motherfucker.
Well, you definitely don't let him cut you after that.
Are you crazy? And I didn't curve it. I ain't say motherfucker. I said motherfucker.
What's the difference?
Shit.
What's the difference?
You ain't taking, because when you curve it, that means you don't mean it.
Right.
You means you close your eyes when you dunked it.
Aren't you afraid you say to the doctor, motherfucker, he might not give you good treatment? That's what I always
Then I go to, he ain't the only motherfucking doctor out there. I go to another hospital.
There's something going on in your career now, what I will call the pivotal point. This film with Bruce Willis is considered A-list, top-of-the-line, big-budget film. You've never been a part of something like this. No. Am I correct?
No, Warner Brothers is a classy studio, man. It's number one. Warner Brothers is number one.
When you're making a movie like this, how are you treated on set? Like you died and went to heaven, am I correct?
No, because you got Alec Baldwin, you got Tina Fey, you got Judy, you got all these other people who's doing other things, too.
No.
You know?
What I'm
just
saying
talking
is,
about a movie set.
When you're on the movie set, aren't you treated like a god? I mean, they make sure you've got your meals.
Make sure you're happy.
It's almost like
I never go to craft services, man. I get my food brought to me, whatever I want, in my trailer. My trailer's like $1 million, $2 million, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When you were growing up, did you ever see yourself in a $2 million trailer?
Never.
Sitting there eating this best food?
Never saw none of this, but I knew I was going to be famous some kind of way. I thought it was going to be in the NFL, like being a running back or something like that, but I never saw this.
I bet you never imagined.
Come on, I did Carnegie Hall.
I know. It's something else, isn't it, what's happening to you? But now let's discuss what we're looking at. If this movie makes a lot of money, you understand what's going to happen. You're going to get offered a lot of movie scripts. It's going to be game-changing time. This is big pressure for you. Don't you kid yourself.
I'm not kidding myself, but I also have other people that's working with me that know how to do this. We know how to say the word no. We know how to be selective as far as scripts.
Why is Bruce Willis a huge star?
Franchise.
Die Hard 1, 2, 3,
franchise.
4.
And I got to work with him. And B-Dub is my dude. He's still giving me my little tips. When you're on the red carpet, don't speak because it looks weird when they take the picture. Just smile. And, you know.
I'm going to tell you something. Somebody sat me down to it. The movie this weekend makes $40,000. You'll get some offers and things afterwards, but they won't be great scripts.
40,000?
No, I mean $40 million. If it only makes $40 million for the total after it's all done. If it makes $50 million, the scripts ain't so good. Now, if the movie grosses anywhere between 80 to 100.
And one weekend?
Not in one weekend.
Oh.
Talking about
the whole run. Okay.
You're talking a whole new ball game, my friend. 150 million? Insane ball game. Now, you got to be thinking about this. This has got to be weighing on you. I don't want to see you crack from this pressure. I think this weekend you should stay indoors. With those animals.
You know what? Yo, Howard, can I say something to you?
Yeah, please.
I grew up in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. You want to talk about pressure?
Go ahead.
When you don't know when your next fucking meal is coming?
Go ahead.
I grew up in poverty, so I don't miss what I ain't never had. I'm just staying funny. I'm having a good time.
Yes, but listen to me.
This weekend I might go do a set.
No. I don't want you out by alcohol. Nothing this weekend. This weekend.
You think this is a weekend that could take him off the wagon?
Let me tell you something. Yes, I do.
Oh, no.
This weekend I want you to put your ankle bracelet on.
No.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Never.
You realize
there's nothing in this world.
If this film grosses $150 million, Will Smith will be licking your taint to get in a picture with you. You hear what I just said?
But as long as I'm stupid, Howard.
What?
As long as I'm stupid to it,
yeah.
I'm good.
Now, tell me how this happened, this film. So, in other words, somebody saw you on 30 Rock or saw you at the award show or something, Golden Globes, and they brought you a script and said, Bruce Willis is attached to this?
Yeah.
That's what they said.
I got the phone call. First, they said, I did another movie. I did a movie before I did the Bruce Willis movie. I did a movie with Martin Lawrence and Chris Rock. That's coming out in April. And I just screened it last night at the Sony Theater.
How is it?
I just screened it. What?
Is it good?
Yeah?
Through the roof?
That's the $100 million one?
That's the one.
Out of here, man.
Is that the $100 million one?
I don't know. More money, more money, more money, more money.
What's that movie about?
It's called Death at a Funeral. It's a remake of a British movie with Peter Dinklage in it. And, yeah,
Peter Dinklage is in this?
Yeah, he's in our movie too, and it's just Zoe is in it, Columbus Short is in it. It's just Danny Glover is in it. It's just funny.
Now, talk about Cop Out for a second.
Huh?
Let me understand Cop Out, because this is the big weekend.
Right.
Bruce Willis and you're your buddies. You're the guy who has to be funny, almost like in Trading Places not Trading Places.
No, 48
hours.
I don't have to be, but it's a privilege, Howard.
To be funny.
It's a privilege, man. To make Robin laugh, that's my baby. Look at that smile, man.
You and Bruce Willis.
Did you
and Bruce Willis get tight during this movie?
Yeah, that's my boy. We started off, before we filmed the movie, we had lunch one time. And 60 days later, that's my brother. He's
really?
Cool. Yeah.
He didn't bust your balls at all? He didn't try to tell you how to act?
No.
He didn't say you're not being funny enough here?
Never did none of that. Never did none of that, man.
Was there a time on the set where the director had to come and speak to you and say, listen, Tracy, you got to get your shit together?
No, never.
Well, Kevin Smith was the director, right?
Who was the director, Kevin Smith?
If you ask anybody at Saturday Night Live, and don't ask Sherry O'Terry or Chris Kattan, but ask anybody else. I'm cool people. I'm good. I'm well-rounded. I'm grounded. And
don't you feel glad in a way? Sherry O'Terry and Chris Kattan were not nice to you at Saturday Night Live, and now look what you're doing. You're in the movie with Bruce Willis. You're in the movie with Chris Rock.
I don't wish them no bad and nothing like that. I moved on.
I know that, but don't you secretly smile and hope? You should have invited Chris Kattan and Sherry O'Terry to the premiere of Cop Out.
No, I'm not doing that, dude.
Why not?
I'm not going there like that.
Oh, look at you, motherfucker.
I'm not inviting motherfuckers from back in the days that treated me bad, so I don't give a fuck about none of that stuff, man. I'm taking care of the people living under my roof, my ex-wife, my kids.
What is Sherry O'Terry doing now?
I have no idea.
What is
you would have to call and ask him. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Is what she ain't doing.
Isn't the lesson?
She ain't doing no movie with Bruce Willis.
Isn't the lesson to be learned to be nice to everyone because you never know who's going to be?
Same people you meet, what Ralph Crandon says. Same people you meet on the way up. Gonna meet the same old people on the way down.
That's right.
And so I just keep going forward. I don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low. I'm 41, man. If I was gonna go off the deep end, I would have did it already. So I'm chilling.
Well, you say Bruce Willis is your brother. Now he's,
After the very first scene we filmed, he realized, wow, it's music.
You guys are making music.
That set the tone for the whole movie.
That was the first time he felt chemistry with somebody.
That was the first time. We didn't have no rehearsal.
Yeah?
We just had lunch, and then we started filming, and everybody on the set, Kevin Smith, Kevin I worked with before.
Kevin Smith, the
I
film
worked
director.
with Kev before. Me and Kev,
Did you read recently that Kevin Smith was on an airplane, and they threw him off for being too fat?
Yeah, that's corny. That's whack. Come on, man. That's a fucked up world we live in, man.
Well, what's he doing flying coach
Kevin's
anyway?
the coolest dude.
Why is Kevin
the
Smith
coolest dude in the world?
Why is Kevin Smith flying coach?
I have no idea.
Don't you think that's strange?
Kanye, I fly coach sometime, man.
Really?
Yeah, if I'm going on an hour, someplace that's an hour, I'm not spending no, come on, fronting? I'm not fronting for nobody, man. The flight is 45 minutes. What the fuck I'm about first class tickets for, man? Put my black ass in coach, man.
Isn't it true
Put me on the wing, motherfucker.
Isn't it true you had to do all the heavy lifting in this movie, that Bruce Willis was sort of riding on your coattails, that you're the hot comedian?
I don't think so.
Come
on, that's Bruce Willis, baby.
Right.
As far as if anybody was riding anybody coattail, man, I was riding the shit out of him.
Now, when you say he's your brother,
I was riding the shit out. Bruce Willis don't need to ride shit of mine.
Don't you? Oh, by the way,
Bruce motherfucking Willis, and you just said Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3. If anybody was riding anything, Trey Bag was riding Brute B-Dub.
So when you work with Kevin Smith, I said this on the air today. Kevin's got some problem with me. I don't even know what it is. I used to be friendly with him, and I like Kevin. I don't like all of his movies. I like some of his movies, but he takes offense at that. But really, isn't the airline saying to him, in a way, instead of Kevin getting angry, maybe Kevin needs to lose a couple of pounds. Maybe
it was like
dangerous.
Your bracelet. This was a wake-up call.
Maybe it's a wake-up call. Why not look at it that way?
I have no idea what happened. I was not there, and Kevin is my friend.
Does he need to lose some weight? Be honest.
What? Kevin is happy.
What? No. Look at me.
I'm not. No.
Do you care about the man? Do you care about this guy?
Yes.
If you care about him, why don't you say something and say?
That's not my place.
Isn't it time for
I'm not here to discuss him.
Come on.
I'm serious, Howard. I don't want to get in them. You told me.
Is he too fat?
You was the one that just told me to just stay off the radar. Don't do this. Now you trying to suck me into something.
Do you want Kevin to lose his feet?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
You would rather see
Kev doesn't want me to lose my feet.
You were in trouble. No one came to you and helped you. Now you have to help Kevin. And say,
Kevin is all right. I just saw him the other night. He's all right. He's
okay.
Cool.
All
He's
right.
Cool.
All right. Now, Bruce Willis, you say he's your brother. Are you hanging out with him personally? Is he having you over the house?
He works, man. He works. Yeah, he's making movies.
Right.
He's filming a movie right now.
You met his new wife?
That dude don't get no breaks. Emma's, she's beautiful.
Gorgeous woman.
Yes,
was she hanging around on the set?
She was at the premiere. She never hung around on the set. He's working.
First time you met her was at the premiere?
My woman don't hang out on the set. If I was working for sanitation, she wouldn't fucking come and drop me on the truck.
Here's the key question.
Keep your ass home. I'm working.
Did Bruce Willis give you his cell phone number?
Yeah, I have B-Dub's number.
In other words, if you need to call him, you can call him.
Call him anytime.
Have you ever called him personally?
I called him 4 o'clock in the morning.
When?
When we was filming.
Why?
Because I needed to ask him something.
What did you need to ask?
No, I'm not telling you
what
nothing.
What did you need to ask? Were you looking for whores?
This guy right
I
here.
know exactly what it was.
What?
You were looking for some bitches.
No,
and you know Bruce has all the bitches numbers.
Bruce, let me tell you, Bruce is happily married, man.
Well, yeah, but for years, to be a girl to get into his movie, you had to fuck him. No? Bruce.
Who had to fuck him?
I'm saying a lot of his co-stars, I bet, had to fuck him to get in a movie.
Dude, I have no idea.
Did he ever play that?
I didn't get my shot yet.
Did he ever play that?
I know when I bring females on my movie set, they're giving me some pussy.
I don't know anything about Bruce. He seems like a very nice man.
He is very nice. He's
right.
I'm
just fishing around. Why would you need to call Bruce Willis at 4 o'clock?
Just to say what's up.
No. I want the truth. You've always been honest.
Just to say what's up. I've never been in this place. I've never been in this space before. Were
you looking for pot?
No.
Were you looking for a little weed?
I'm going to start calling you the district attorney. I'm going to call you the DA, baby.
You were looking for some weed.
No, I wasn't looking for the weed.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm 41. I don't smoke no herb, man. That shit is corny.
I mean, what could Bruce Willis know that you need to know?
Stay off the dope. There's no hope in dope.
What could Bruce Willis know at 4 o'clock in the morning that you needed to know?
Well, he was in L.A.
Yeah.
And I was in New York.
What were you looking for? A sexual position?
No.
I mean, what could this guy help you? What, late night prayer?
It was about something in the script. We speak.
The script?
Me and him call each other. We speak.
Yeah, all right, okay, cool.
We're both grown men. We're not like juveniles, man. What the fuck I need to call him about women for? Weed. Come on, dude. I just told you I used to sell fucking crack. Whatever I need, I know how to get.
Are you worried about the weather this weekend? They're saying there's a snowstorm coming through the Northeast.
And that'll be bad for sales?
I think that'll be good for sales.
I don't think you just made change my mind about it. You know, like I was worried about, because I guess, you know, this is the first time, and I want the nights, the stars to line up, and everything to be perfect. And then you like, you know, maybe this is the type of weather that people just take their loved ones out and go check it out.
What is the movie about anyway? You are two cops, and what do you have to do?
Two Brooklyn cops, you know, he has a storyline and I have a storyline. I'm jealous about my wife and I think she's cheating, and I put the nanny cam, and he has, like, his daughter's getting married, but he doesn't really have the money to pay for it. So he has this this vintage Pathco baseball card that gets stolen and is on, and Guillermo, my boy Guillermo is the bad guy, and he's demented and is funny, and
but you're cops.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know the thing that I'm proud
about? Is there
shooting?
Is there killing? Is there, you get shot?
I get shot.
You get shot?
I get shot. I kill a couple of motherfuckers, man.
You go.
I'm fighting in a fight scene and all of that
Look
shit.
Look at you.
Yeah, it's
Do you get girls in the movie?
Dude, we are in a car, the Mercedes-Benz, and Bruce is hanging out the fucking window, and I'm driving backwards, 80 miles per hour.
Wow.
And another car is blah, blah, from the gate.
This isn't even acting for you. Have you been shot in real life?
No.
Never?
I've seen some shooting.
Right, but you've never been shot?
No.
Well, this is fascinating.
Never been stabbed, never been shot.
I believe this is going to put you in a whole new ball game, my friend. I just hope you don't...
we can only hope.
I hope you keep your head.
We hope to lose you as a guest.
Now, don't go...
I ain't going nowhere. I love y'all, man. You know how
don't go Hollywood like this Eddie Murphy one.
People tell me all the time... I get so many people. I've had people walk up to me and go, "Yo, when you on the Howard Stern show, it's Christmas." And I said, "Yo, man, and when I'm on the Howard Stern show, he let me be free, man. I have a good time."
You were giving a girl an orgasm 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
I ain't
doing that on the Bonnie Hunt show.
Keep it. Bonnie Hunt
doesn't... He's going home with the cover
I'm not doing
Bonnie
that on
Hunt
the
doesn't have naked chicks on her show?
Come on, man. I've seen ass, I've seen twat, I've seen everything today.
You're going home with
8 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Are you doing the
Are
you doing the David Letterman show?
I did it.
You did it. How'd
last
that go?
Monday. You know, I'm always trip.
But you don't bring up the fact that he had some problems with ladies.
Oh, man, you know my scandals? God damn it. You want to know my scandal? I give you a sex scandal.
Right.
Really?
God damn it, I give you a sex scandal.
What is it?
I'm putting some shit out there about me and you next week.
What do you think he's calling Bruce Willis at 4 in the
you're
morning?
so pretty. Jesus.
I mean,
you're Anita Baker pretty.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, she
is fine.
You know what we learned yesterday?
She's not pretty and she's not cute.
Her ass self-lubricates.
Oh, stop it. You didn't
learned
learn
it
that
yesterday.
Wow, see,
you
that's a woman
made
right there.
that
She
up.
never used KY.
That's a woman right there. That's a woman
I
right
learned
there.
that. I that's a
It'd
woman.
be moist like Duncan Hines.
Right. What do you think of that?
I love some discharge, man.
That's a real woman.
That's a fucking special sauce on the Big Mac.
Is that what it is, discharge?
That's a special sauce.
Robin, I didn't know that. I'm
I
sorry.
love some discharge.
What
goddammit.
you're talking about.
Yeah, discharge. Let me tell you something. Take a
I
few.
love discharge.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna have my company's gonna be Discharge Productions.
Let's go to a couple of people. Tracy has limited time. He's on the verge of very, very big stardom, and he's excited to get there. A couple of phone calls from your fans because you can handle spontaneity. So let's go to Joe. Joe, you're on the air in Union, New Jersey.
Joey!
Oh, hey, Howard, you might as well just say goodbye to him now. This is the last time he's going to be on your show. He's going to get too big. He's going to
Joe, come on, man.
Are you going to get too big?
You think I'm like those fucking Goombas in Brooklyn?
Hey, mark my words. Mark my words.
You think I'm like those Goombas in Brooklyn?
Let's go to Cyrus. Cyrus in Philly.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Cyrus, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Trace, man?
Cyrus sound like a name from a dude that's in the penitentiary. That's Cyrus, man.
Right.
You're supposed to keep down the download, Trace.
Right on.
Yeah, no, like last week, Lisa Nelfanelli had you on Laughing with the Stars. I had to listen to that joint like 6 times.
What? Say that again?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we ran a special last week. Many famous women came in and played their favorite moments from our show, and Lisa Lampanelli, of course, played one of Tracy's appearances, and I was listening to it, and that was a lot of fun.
Lisa's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
So Cyrus reminds us of that. All right, Cyrus, that it?
All right. Yeah, thanks for
All right, thank you.
Me again.
All right, one last call. That's it. Let's go Irish John. Irish John.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Tracy. It's time for you to come clean. Who was the white woman that hosted SNL that you had sex with?
Oh, that's right, Tracy.
Oh, yes, you owe us. Get us back.
Irish John?
Come on, Tracy.
Who was it? Hillary Clinton.
Stop it.
You did?
Hillary Clinton.
And you know Hillary Clinton's the only other woman that can self-lubricate from her backside like Robin?
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
I know, I'm telling you.
Was it Betty White? Everyone has a theory that it was Betty White.
It might have been.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm a douchebag.
Tracy
I was watching an old SNL the other night, and I know who it is. It was Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson, you
Kate Hudson,
are
I'm
a
telling
devil.
you.
Man.
Did you
look at that when we kissed? When I did, when I did,
She went down the sewer with
yeah.
Yeah.
When I kissed, but it wasn't Kate Hudson.
It wasn't
You gotta
Kate
wait
Hudson.
for the next book to come out, homie.
Would you ever reveal that in the book?
And the next one I
In
am.
the next, you are good to do it. First one was very good.
Tracy, you're honest about everything.
Yeah, and the next one I will be.
All right. Go ahead, Frank. You got the last word.
Hey, Howard, how you doing this morning?
All right, brother.
Hey, good to hear Tracy Morgan on there again. Long-time listener, long-time fan. Days like this, you're not going to retire, man. This is gold, and I hope it goes on forever. Listening to you,
All right.
DC 101.
Well, thank you, Frank.
Frank, I promise you, man.
That's right.
I'm going to go check the movie out this weekend.
Hey, Frank, quit smoking cigarettes, man. I heard in your voice you smoke Marlboro Lights. Cut that shit out.
Is that right, Frank? Cool.
Menthol.
All right. Jeff the Drunk, one last question. Go ahead.
Hey, Tracy, how are you?
What's up, baby?
I wanted to know what's the most amount of women that you banged?
At once?
Yeah.
You've had
All at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had 3 girls at one time, back in my heyday, my glory days.
Saturday Night Live days?
No, before then.
Before then?
Yeah, my
Interesting.
drug dealing days.
You had 3 bitches, as we say.
Yeah, I had 3 girls giving me head at one time.
Wow.
A lot of spit.
Wow.
A lot of
Look at you.
gagging, a lot of spit.
Well, listen, it's a very full life. A very full life. We celebrate your movie coming out. We're very excited.
Yeah.
For you.
Thanks, Howard.
Really,
go check it out, right?
You're one of the good guys. Of course I am. You're one of the good guys. I'm pulling for you this weekend. I hope the movie does fantastically well. And I believe this is going to be a big deal for you. I think this is a game changer. So I wish you the best.
I love you, Howard.
I love you, too, and you're a great man. Where are you going to next? What do you got to do? The Today Show?
I'm going home and get back in my bed.
You're going to go relax?
I did all the press.
You did Letterman? You did this? Did you do
I went out to L.A. I did 4 shows. Tavis Smiley, Ellen. Thank you, guys, for letting me be
Ellen,
on the
you
show.
did?
Ellen.
Have you seen her on American Idol?
Bonnie Hunt.
Bonnie Hunt,
Jimmy
you did?
Kimmel.
You did Jimmy? Jimmy, I know, is a good friend of yours.
Yeah, I did everybody.
No
but
Jay
this
Leno,
was the
though, I
cherry.
noticed.
No, I didn't do Jay Leno. I don't think they're up because of the Olympics.
Are you angry with Jay for taking Conan's job?
No.
You were not?
No, I'm still on 30 Rock. We're cool. We're happy.
Everyone's happy.
We're happy with 30 Rock.
All right, Tracy, thanks. And thank you for operating the Sybian. We couldn't find anyone to do it.
And congratulations. That's the first guest we've ever allowed to take a cover out of here.
Tracy taking home a piece of the Sybian from when that beautiful woman Riley Steele sat on the Sybian. And you're going to put that on your wall?
I'm putting this in, this is going to be in my homemade Smithsonian.
Okay.
It'll be next to the gloved one.
We'll be back right after these words. Thanks, Tracy. Tracy Morgan, everyone.
Who this? I'm going to fuck you like a wild lamb on this. Huh? I'm retarded, you jerk! You stupid bastard.
And Riley Steele came in, who Gary says is the most beautiful porn star to ever grace the studios up here.
Still think so.
And we should start off with the man who came in at the end of Riley's segment and stayed for his own, and that's, of course, Tracy Morgan. And when Tracy walks in the door, forget about the studio. When he comes just into the compound, immediately it just all starts.
Well, he starts talking before I get the headset on him. You know what I mean? Like, you could hear him as he gets closer to the microphone, and he's got a million things to say, and he's observing everything that's on the wall. It's nonstop.
And how did he instantly want to go in there when he heard that Riley was doing her thing?
Well, what happened was he got here, and there's two green rooms. If you're watching on TV, as you walk into the studio, there's a green room on the right, which is the primary one. There's a green room on the left for when the one on the right is getting used. So he was in the one on the left because Riley's people were in the one on the right. And he goes, I'm all disoriented. You know, he's like, I don't get it. Well, how come I'm not in my regular room? So I said, well, because we have somebody's in there. He goes, well, who's in there? And I said, well, we have a porn star. Her entourage is in there. And he did lit up, you know, like the antenna went up. He goes, I have to meet her. I said, yeah, don't worry. We're already working on that.
So he gets in there and does his thing. And then she rides the Sybian, and Gary takes a bullet and lets Tracy run the controls.
Yeah, no. It was just, I mean, it just seemed like it was funnier to do. I handed, you know, first of all, I throw this box in his hand and with knobs on it. He's like, what do I do? And I'm like, don't, you know, just turn this one slow. Don't worry. And I was coaching him while he was doing it. I was like, give it a little bit more. You go up a little higher. But I mean, as I said, to the guys, it ain't rocket science. You turn it up more and they yell louder.
And he kept the attachment, right?
He did. He did. That's like Sal territory. She autographed it. It was exactly what Sal does, except she autographed it. He put it in the case before, you know, he didn't lick it in the middle.
Didn't smell it or anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think Sal retired from that, though. I think he stopped, you know, cleaning them and doing whatever he did to those attachments. But with Tracy in there, and he's got a big movie coming out, another movie coming out very soon with the Peter Dinklage one. If the movie's hit and he becomes that movie star, does he forget about the show, do you think? Because he's such a huge fan, and he really worships Howard.
No, and the first time he was ever on the show, he was with his son, his older son, and I didn't know Tracy from a hole in the wall. And I walked by, and he's like, oh, my God, there's Gary. Come on in and say hello. So he's a big fan of the show. You know, listen, maybe we don't get as many visits, but we'll get the visits.
Do you think he should move on from 30 Rock?
Depends on what this movie does. If the movie does $200 million, fuck yeah. They just keep making movies.
Now, he's an Emmy-nominated actor on 30 Rock, and he's very good at what he does, but can you tell me the differences between Tracy Morgan and Tracy Jordan, other than their last names?
Almost none. I mean, he really, the way he acts here, they tone down the cursing, but, you know, there's a lot of stripper jokes, but it's very similar to the character he is on the show. I was surprised when I first started watching the show that they let him do some of the stuff that he does, but it works.
Now, what did you think of his explanation about how he admitted to dealing drugs, but he was never a drug dealer?
I didn't understand that.
Did you follow that, Benji?
No, I you know what? I might have zoned for a sec. Like, what did he say? Like,
he said just that. He's like, yeah, I dealt drugs, but I was no drug. No, he meant I was no drug dealer.
Does that mean he wasn't that good at it?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Well,
guys.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like that label as a drug dealer, or maybe he was. Maybe it's like, hey, I'm a waiter, but this is just a job. I don't want my life identity to be this.
Well, I know a lot of people who don't like labels. Like a lot of, you know, girls from the Bunny Ranch don't want to be called whores.
That's true.
I don't know how long he did it for. He only did it for a couple of years.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. And so now he's in this movie with Bruce Willis, and Howard asked him, do you have a problem, you know, riding his coattails or anything? And he's like, no, I have no problem riding anyone's coattails as long as, you know, it leads to success. And what do you think of that attitude?
I think Tracy's been doing it a long time. I think he's had to deal with a lot of shit. I think if, you know, he'll get to the top any way he can get there. He doesn't care. And why should he?
Tracy's to me is like one of those like so happy, so likable, so like just having fun. But I'm really curious, like what really pisses him off? Like when does he actually get mad? What's he like when he's pissed off?
I would think he gets mad.
I think a couple times ago when he came on, we got a peek into that window when he was talking about the Saturday Night Live people that he put in the book and said, you know what, look at me now. You said I was going to amount to nothing, and now you're all out of a job. I don't think he shows it or talks about it on the air, but I think he takes some satisfaction in that. It's probably pissed him off that people, as he said, should treat you the same way on the way up as you do on the way down.
But growing up where he grew up, I think he said in Bed-Stuy, and being for a while working selling drugs, I would think he would have to have been like a pretty tough guy, beat some people up. He's not the kind of guy. He seems so nice. I can't imagine him beating people up.
Maybe he didn't have to. Maybe he,
maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe we've been watching too much TV. Maybe he's a good drug dealer.
Let's talk to Doug in Maryland. Doug, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, I was wondering if you guys noticed you were making fun of JD yesterday, I believe, about his mantra, the highs and the lows. Tracy Morgan said the exact same thing today. I just didn't know if any of y'all caught that.
We all caught it in the back office. We all sort of said, exactly what you said.
And JD was walking around saying, you see? You see? He was very proud of himself.
Yeah, because you guys were kind of busting his balls about it. It was just kind of funny.
Did you like hearing Tracy Morgan today, Doug?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome, man. The guy is hysterical. He's one of the funniest guys out there.
All right, Doug. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. Do you think well, let me actually play this clip. It's two, Ted. Tracy was talking about what a big weekend's coming up, and Howard had some interesting advice for him. Hit that.
Listen to me.
This weekend I might go do a set.
No. I don't want you out by alcohol. Nothing this weekend. This weekend's
You think this is a weekend that could take him off the wagon?
Let me tell you something. Yes, I do.
No.
This weekend, I want you to put your ankle bracelet on.
No.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Never.
You realize
there's nothing in this world.
If this film grosses $150 million, Will Smith will be licking your taint to get in a picture with you. You hear what I just said?
But as long as I'm stupid, Howard.
What?
As long as I'm stupid to it, I'm good.
He's sort of keeping it in check there, Yeah. I mean, great.
What does stupid to it mean?
He doesn't understand. Like, I don't know enough to know what to do, so I'm just going to do what I like to do.
Right, I'm not going to get caught up in all that. Right. I'm just going to do my thing, and we'll see what happens.
You know what's really weird, by the way, with movies, and I've seen this a lot, especially when they have a movie that they put a lot of money into, the movie company tracks the movie, and pretty much by 8 o'clock on Friday night, they have a pretty good idea of how the whole weekend's going to run. I mean, they really do know. And I've been on the phone with people who've been dealing with it literally hour by hour. They just start to see what's going on around the country. And, it's a rare instance that a movie does really good on Friday night and shitty on Saturday night, or the other way around. If they'll know by seeing what's going on in the Northeast by 8 o'clock whether this movie's going to be good for the whole weekend or not. They can almost down to the dollar track what the weekend's going to bring.
And typically the tracking works well through the weekend, but if the word of mouth isn't so great, it shows up the next weekend. It doesn't happen like from a Friday to a Saturday, as you're saying.
Who this? I'm gonna fuck you like a wild animal on this. Huh? I'm retarded, you jerk! You stupid bastard.
The funniest clip I saw over the vacation is, and I got to credit Benji for this. This is crazy. So Doug Goodstein, when I saw him, he was telling me, because I'm walking with Benji the other day. He says the freakiest thing happened. They're walking along the streets of Manhattan. And out of nowhere, a Bentley, like a really expensive car, pulls up, parks, and out walks Tracy Morgan, the very famous comedian.
Is he driving it, or is he?
He's with two other guys. I think he was. Yes, he was driving.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he was. Tracy just all of a sudden randomly gets out of the car and sees a bunch of kids, mostly black kids, and he starts signing autographs. He just stops his car and walks out of his car and starts signing autographs for anyone on the street. Benji's walking by with Doug Goodstein. He sees it. He quickly turns to Doug Goodstein and says, "You got a camera?" Doug goes, "Yeah." Benji goes, "Okay." And Benji immediately goes into shtick. So Benji runs over by it's unbelievable. He runs over to Tracy Morgan and he starts screaming. Now, there's about 100 black people around Tracy. It's a very black scene.
Where are you?
Where were you guys, Benj, when this happened?
Just about 2 blocks from here, probably.
Okay.
Really?
We were leaving work.
I never realized
there were so many black people.
there's so many black people, right? There were so many blacks.
Yeah.
You don't ever see that here, do you?
You don't see one white face except for Benji's. So anyway, I'm watching this thing. And I'd play for you, but the audio is so shitty. But you got to understand what happens. He runs up to Tracy and he starts screaming, Eddie, Eddie.
Oh.
Eddie. He goes, let me have your autograph. Tracy's looking at Benji. He doesn't even remember him from the show. You know, Tracy's seen a lot of people. And yeah, who remembers Benji? You try to block him out.
If he's lucky to remember you and me.
Right.
How's he going to remember
Tracy shoots him a look. He goes, hey, man, who do you think I am? He goes, you're Eddie. He goes, I'm not Eddie. I'm Tracy Morgan. He goes, what do you think? We all look alike? So Benji goes, I know who you are. You're Eddie. You're Eddie. Eddie, give me your autograph. He goes, who the fuck is this guy? Now Tracy's completely consumed with Benji. Then he gets off Benji, starts signing more autographs. Benji starts managing the people, pushing black people away. Everyone back away.
He's protecting him.
Yeah, protecting. Now he's involved. And now Tracy's like, has this look of like, he's confused, is the best way to describe it. So Tracy starts freaking out. He's like, who is this guy? What are you doing? Come on, I'm organizing you. I'm organizing everything here. I'm in charge. He says, you're not in charge. Who are you?
How did you get into my life?
Then Benji proceeds. People are trying to take pictures with Tracy. Benji now puts his big white face right in the picture. He stands next to Tracy, like pushing the people away so that he can be in the picture with Tracy. And Tracy's like, what? Tracy's like such a good guy. I think he's just going to punch Benji. But no, he's like, he just kind of is perplexed and can't figure out what to do. So then Tracy goes, who the fuck are you? He's getting annoyed.
Right.
He goes, I'm in your life, Benji says to Tracy. I'm in your life. He goes, you're not in my life. You have to leave. He goes, I'm not leaving. I'm in your life.
I'm very impressed that Tracy's handling this in such a reserved manner.
I was shocked. I thought for sure Benji was going to be pummeled into the ground. Benji, what was going on there? Weren't you afraid of getting hit or something?
Nah, I mean, I don't think he's going to do something in a situation like that, but...
You have no idea how annoying.
And nobody came out of the car?
Well, no, there were 2 guys that hang, right? Was it 2 guys or 1 guy was with him?
I don't, Doug remembers better. I kind of...
You were in
You were in your stick coma.
Yeah, right.
There was 1 guy and 1 girl, I believe, with him.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
But it wasn't bodyguards. It looked like just friends. They weren't going to hurt Benji.
Right. But didn't you think Tracy at one point might haul off and hit him?
Yeah, I was hoping. I should have.
Right. Did I tell the story right, do you think? Because I watched the tape. I thought that was everything I saw. Did I miss anything, Doug?
No, well, one thing that I didn't put on that clip is that afterwards, Tracy's driving away, and Benji thought it was a good idea to run after his car. And I lost Benji. Like, he just started sprinting down the street in Manhattan after the car.
Like a dog. Yeah. Well, anyway, what are you going to do with that clip? Are you going to put it on Howard TV?
Yeah, I'll be on a daily show from today. I'll be on starting tomorrow night.
What are you going to do about the audio, though? It's kind of rough.
Yeah, maybe I'll subtitle it wherever you can. Just
good.
I have a better camera in my bag now. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's still great. You'll love it. You will love it, Rob.
I can't wait to see it.
It's insane.
Did Tracy ever know?
No.
He never broke character.
No. And then Benji was signing autographs for Tracy as well, which was even weirder. The kids are handing pieces of paper to Tracy. Benji starts grabbing them. And he starts signing Tracy's name. That's when Tracy goes, who the hell are you to do that? He goes, I'm in your life.
Oh,
he goes, you're not in my life. He goes, no, I'm in your life. I'm in your life. Was that what you were signing his name, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
And putting like inspirational messages down and
stuff. Kids were giving them to you.
Yeah.
Benji, were you signing your name as Tracy Morgan? Because Tracy said to you, he goes, why are you signing my autograph?
I think I put both our names down.
And the kids were accepting it.
That's amazing.
Oh, it is the freakiest piece of tape you'll ever see.
Who this?
Milk, crate, marauder.
I'm retarded, you jerk!
Tracy Morgan is a huge success. He is on 30 Rock, of course. And he has become America's sweetheart. There he is. Tracy staring at Robin.
That's my woman right there.
Tracy, are you always on? Because I was in the bathroom and I could hear through the walls. I could hear you carrying on out there.
I was hanging out with Medical Pete.
Yeah, I know. Medical
He got a tall chick, little Benji over there, man.
Yeah, oh, he got you good.
Yeah, I thought he was a crackpot.
You got to hear this.
I thought he was a crackpot.
Funniest tape I've
When
ever
did
seen.
you figure out it was Benji?
When I saw the tape.
Yeah. Who showed you the tape?
My assistant, Kenny.
So funny. Listen to this. I got to tell the audience. I got to let them in on what you're talking about. I told this story the other day, but now that you're here, I'm going to tell it again. Benji's nuts. Benji's walking down the street with Doug Goodstein. All of a sudden, he's whacked out of his head. Tracy does a thing where, I didn't know you do this. You saw a group of people standing around, and you pull your car over, expensive car.
No.
And
that's
you signed
not how I did it.
What did you do?
I bought a Canon, camera.
Right.
The new Canon camera, and I needed a chip for it.
Right.
So, matter of fact, we needed a camera bag because the bag didn't come with it. So we pulled over to an electronics store. My girlfriend was in the store.
Okay.
And the kids saw me.
Oh, I see. Okay. Because we thought you just randomly pull over and start signing autographs.
No.
So Tracy was really nice. Seriously, it was sweet. It was a group of kids, mostly black kids, right?
Yeah.
And they were all coming over, and Tracy was signing autographs. Benji sees just randomly, this happened by accident, he sees it's Tracy. Benji goes running down. He says, Doug, grab a camera. Doug had a shitty little phone camera.
Yeah.
And Benji he goes over and he stands next to Tracy and he starts, what did you say first, Benji?
He starts screaming Eddie.
Yeah, oh, yeah. First he screams Eddie. Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. Tracy's looking at him like he's going to fucking beat the shit out of him. He goes, what do you think? We all look alike? Right? You said to him, I mean, what do you mean, Eddie? Yeah. What do you think I am, Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, you're Eddie Murphy. He goes, well, I'm not. I'm Tracy Morgan. He goes, you're Eddie. And he keeps calling him Eddie, irritating the shit out of him. So Tracy ignores him. Tracy starts signing autographs. Benji grabs the autograph papers and starts signing Benji and signing Tracy.
Yeah.
So Tracy turns to him and goes, who the hell are you? He didn't recognize Benji. He goes, who the hell are you? And Benji goes, I'm signing autographs.
No, I'm in your life.
No, not yet. He goes, I'm signing autographs. And Tracy goes, who are you to sign? He goes, get away. He goes, I'm not going away. I'm in your life. And Tracy goes, you're not in my life. He goes, I'm in your life. There's Benji signing autographs, and there's Tracy. And now Tracy's completely obsessed with Benji. And then finally, Benji, what was the final horror scene there, Benji? What did you do? Tracy was...
People are trying to take pictures, and Benji keeps putting his head in the pictures.
Benji starts posing for pictures with Tracy, and Tracy just gets so annoyed he gets in the car and pulls away. And then Benji tries to get in the car.
It was weird, man. I was like, yo, I talked about that all day. I'm like, yo, I'm talking about girl. I'm like, yo, this white dude was bugging out.
How close were you? How close were you to just punching him in the head?
Yo, he lucky I had my crew with me, man. They just stuffed him in a garbage can or something, man.
It was unbelievable. It's great. And I'll show it on Howard TV. It was so funny. I mean,
I was getting mad, man.
Yeah,
I was getting Mel Gibson mad, man.
I know. What do you make of this?
I was getting white boy mad.
What do you think of this Mel Gibson?
I've been telling people white rage is way worse than black rage.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I mean, have you ever heard?
That's where the Incredible Hulk comes from, man. He ain't no superhero. He's a drunk white dude in a bar.
Have you ever?
He was angry because then he got with her and he realized that she was like just using him. He was enraged.
Don't you think?
Mel Gibson is enraged.
Well,
he can't believe this is happening, right?
Yeah, he bugged that girl, took her for a ride.
But once
she's a hustler.
But once Mel Gibson says the N-word, that's it.
Man, ain't nothing but hip-hop. Only white people get upset about that, man.
What are you talking about?
Ain't
Black
nothing but
people,
rap, man.
Hold it. Black
Come on,
people
man.
hear the N-word.
You say the N-word, just say nigga.
What are you talking about? He says to her, I hope a pack of niggers rapes you. First of all, he's referring to black men as packs, like wolves. That's racist.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Coming from him, yeah.
Coming from him, I mean, who isn't upset about that?
I know a couple of dudes that roll like packs of wolves.
Yes, okay, there might be some guys.
That has nothing to do with their race. It's just what they do.
Yeah.
So you're not upset about it?
Nah.
You're not?
You could work with Mel Gibson.
Are you ready to work with Mel Gibson?
If the check is right, I'm good.
No kidding.
And we get him for cheap. Yeah.
I understand.
We can get him for cheap. I know he won't be the star.
That's right. He'll
You realize now?
He'll work with anybody now.
This is the time he'll work with anybody.
You were so right. You could do a Mel Gibson movie now for
Come
what?
on, I'm a star. You can get him for dead. You can get him for cheap.
You see, this is what...
cheap. Everybody dropped him. He going in cheap. And you're going to be the star. And I'm going to say, I'm too old for this shit.
But isn't it like Hollywood? As
soon as I beat Mel Gibson's ass on film, I'm the hero.
Now you can
I'll be bigger than Will Smith's son.
You can kick Mel Gibson's ass
on film.
Does that drive you crazy? Seriously, the whole Will Smith thing. I mean, with the kids and making them into movies, and I mean, isn't it a bit? Shouldn't kids just be kids?
If I see another movie about a young white dude who's a superhero who gets a hot chick, I mean, ain't all this anime. There'll never be another Donnie Brasco.
But you do hear what I'm asking you? Is Will Smith doing the wrong thing? I mean, he's got enough money. He doesn't need his kid to be in the movies and be famous. Let the kid have a childhood.
I can't speak on him because that's his child.
Right.
And that's Will. And I did enjoy the movie, and I think it's all right. But, well, you can't tell nobody how to raise their children.
Sure I can.
There are a few things that are wrong, aren't there?
Isn't there something wrong?
Yeah, but you can't tell nobody how to raise their children.
Right.
You can't. Maybe his son wants to do it. His son maybe his son wants to be like his father. Most children do. I'm glad his son is out there doing that instead of doing this.
Yes,
or
but
anything
you
else.
seem to forgive everything. Mel Gibson, you forgive.
Nah, I don't forgive. It's not that. It's just that, I don't know Mel Gibson.
Right.
I don't know that motherfucker, man. What he did ain't affecting my motherfucking life.
Right.
He ain't call my mother no hoe or no cunt or nothing like that.
Right.
It'll be a different story. I'll fuck his ass up. I don't give a fuck.
Have you ever lost your temper with a woman and called her a cunt, a whore? And,
fucking right.
Yeah.
But you make sure there's no recorders going.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you
You're no idiot.
You have an argument with your woman, but ain't it ain't to the point where it was like, I'll fucking knock you and put you in a rose garden. I ain't doing no shit like that.
Mel Gibson.
If I gotta do something like that, the pussy ain't worth all that.
But Tracy, if you listen to Mel Gibson's argument, take away the racism, take away the anti-Semitism.
He was enraged.
He was enraged because he felt, you know what?
The motherfucker was a herb and he got caught out there.
In other words,
that girl never loved him. How you gonna leave your fucking wife?
Yeah, he even says on the tape, if you really listen to it.
Ain't no other woman ever take me from my wife. Me and my wife got divorced. That was me partying.
Right.
That was alcohol.
Right. The woman didn't take you away.
She wanted off that fucking roller coaster.
Right.
And I wanted to see her happy. So she's in a happier place. I'm in a happier place. This motherfucker's just out there.
But Tracy, Mel Gibson got mad, and maybe you can understand this as well. He felt that he was putting up a tremendous amount of money for a lifestyle for her, really coming through.
Even recording, she's supposed to be some kind of musician.
Right,
so
and
he was
helping her with her career. And he said to her, I come home, you don't even blow me. You don't.
And she's in the club wearing half damn near nothing. That's every man's argument. What you got on?
He says her pussy is hanging out, that her titties are fake, and that she's flashing them around. She's breastfeeding with fake titties.
Man, he had to know she was like that before he even got with her.
Does a guy have a right to get that angry if a woman is going around with a pussy hanging out? No.
Go eat that. Eat that. Just eat it because you knew when you met her, motherfucker, she was like that.
Right.
That's what attracted you.
That's what you meant. You knew she was dealing in sin when you got with her.
If a girl stops blowing you, like she comes home, she's obviously faking sleeping, and she's supposed to give you a blowjob that night. Instead, she was supposed to have a romantic night, get in the jacuzzi with you.
You mean suck my dick?
Suck your dick. Okay, fine.
I don't say blowjobs. White dudes say blowjobs.
All right, I'm a white dude.
I say suck my dick.
All right. I'll talk a little black. I'll go there with you. Suck my dick. All right, listen to me.
Gag on my shit.
What I'm saying is,
I don't want no head. I want dope.
It could drive you crazy, couldn't it? It could. It could drive you nuts.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. You recently went to the White House. Who would have thought?
Tracy Morgan in the White House.
Tracy Morgan. How did you end up at the White House? How do you get in touch with Barack Obama, our president?
I don't know. You asking me? I don't have that connect like that. Somebody must have pulled my name out of a hat or something.
How did this come about? How did it come about?
I was.
Where were you when you got word?
I was home and I looked at my emails and my PR people just said, "Listen, you got invited to the White House."
Isn't that something?
you are going to the correspondence dinner at the White House. And I was like, what? You know, not bad for a kid who went to public school. I went to public school 59. You know what I'm saying?
Are you told about etiquette there? In other words, are people concerned that you're going to go there and embarrass yourself and the president because you're very street? And the president, after all, and Michelle,
he's street too.
He might say that. You might say
he's street too.
What are you talking about?
He's Obama's street, man. Don't let that suit fool you.
What did
he wearing a Wu-Tang T-shirt under that suit?
You
man.
say the president wears a Wu-Tang Clan T-shirt?
You got a Stop Snitching T-shirt on, man. Save Little Kim or something.
What happens when you? By the way, you dated Little Kim, didn't you?
We was friends.
You banged her?
No.
Never had sex with her?
No, never.
She crazy?
I know Little Kim. No.
You like her?
She's the sweetest person in the world. When I was hanging around her, she was cool people.
Has success gone to her head?
No, I don't think so.
Do you go to the White House?
Brooklyn.
Do you behave in a certain way?
What did you wear?
Yeah, what did you wear to the White House?
I had a suit on. I wore a nice tuxedo, black tie, and I was kicking it. I was chilling.
How does that come about, a tuxedo? Do you go and buy it yourself, or do you have an assistant?
No, I have people dress me.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you mean you have people dress you? How does that work?
I forget his name. He's the big designer. I got our best dressed on when I went to the Emmys last year.
So you show up. You show up in a tuxedo.
You should have seen me, Robin.
Really?
You would have jumped all over me, baby.
Did you bring a date to the White House?
No, it was just me.
Why did you bring a date?
Have a girlfriend?
Because they didn't give me an invite for a date. It was just me. I would have loved to have brought my girlfriend Tanisha.
You couldn't say I'm going to bring Tanisha?
Hot. You never saw Tanisha?
I think, is she the girl on the video sitting in the car? Is that
light-skinned, pretty? Look like a young Eddie Murphy's ex-wife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
my baby. She's hot. You should see her. You should see her at the Emmys, dude.
You exclusive
That's
with
my
her?
baby girl. That's my baby girl. We've been living together for 3.5 years.
Is that right?
Putting it in, yeah. Putting it in. She riding.
What does she do for a living?
Be with me.
That's how
be with me.
Why not?
She just got her degree.
In what?
And business management, yo. She graduated. So we went to Hawaii and chilled for like a week. Plus I had a show out there.
When you take her to Hawaii, do you go and hang out with big celebrity friends? She must be very impressed with you.
We went to Hawaii and we got mobbed on the beach.
She loved that, I bet.
Oh, no, she steps back for that shit. She's like,
she sees her, man. This is great. You could have hired people to mob you. I mean, that turns a woman on, no?
I think she's proud of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she with me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everybody else know Tracy Morgan. She with me. You know what I'm saying?
You hope. Or else you'll end up with Mel Gibsons.
She was there with me with my diabetes and all that. So she knows the Florence Nightingale stuff.
What did you say to the president when you met him?
Oh, man, you should have seen how it was crazy. It was overwhelming for me, man. I was crying and everything.
Were you?
Yeah, they was up on the podium, and I was sitting there, and everybody was in there. Everybody was, everybody.
Who's everybody?
Everybody. Morgan
Freeman was there.
Everybody was in Washington.
Mostly black guys, black actors?
Everybody.
White people?
Clint Eastwood,
Brad
Pitt, everybody was there, man.
With the beard, Brad Pitt?
Everybody, listen, I'll tell you, that was the room. That was like the Golden Globes to the sixth power.
Who suggested that you be there? Who was the one who?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
You on that
I don't know, but check it out.
Now,
I'm there. I'm
do
there.
You get in a receiving line? The president stands there, and you are in line with Brad Pitt?
He was already there. It wasn't that formal. It was a dinner. It was everybody.
How do you meet him? Does he walk over to you, or do you walk over to him?
No, I'm getting ready to tell you. You gotta let me tell you the story.
Tell me something.
So I walk in, and there's a red carpet. Everybody taking. So I'm there. I'm like, wow, I'm in this league now.
Right? No, you're big.
I opened up a movie and all of that too.
Did President Obama call you Eddie by accident?
No.
Like Benji did?
No.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
No.
All right.
He called me Tracy.
Right, good.
So I stood by the desk and I took a picture with him.
Well, back up. How does it work? In other words, you're in a line?
No, you just walk in.
Walk in where? In a room?
It was at the Hinton. Who was that guy that shot Reagan?
Hinckley.
It was at the Hinckley Inn. The Hinckley, whatever. What's that? It was at that hotel.
Really? The same hotel?
Hinckley Hilton or something like that.
And you walk in and they say Tracy Morgan.
Everybody's just out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's announcing
I'm by
anything?
myself. No.
Well, you were such a good conversationalist. You must have said something to the president. You started to cry.
No, I looked at the president, and he looked at me and winked and said, "What's up, Tracy?"
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy.
Yeah.
And I just was like, oh, wow. Obama though, me? You know what I'm saying? Then I looked over at at Michelle.
Yeah.
And she's talking to Jay Leno, and I said, what's up? I know. She looked at me and said, hey, Tracy. And that's when the tears came a little bit. And I went back and sat back at my table, so I'm sitting there, and I'm everybody's just looking at me, and I'm just like, and then I look over to the left, and I see, like, Colin Powell knocked 2 people that were trying to get to me. And he came and he hugged me. He made it straight to me, and he hugged me. And I said, and I'm crying, and I got my head down. I'm saying, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, but I'm overwhelmed. This is powerful for me. And he said, don't worry about it. I love you, Tracy. And I looked at him, and I said, I love you too, sir. And I said, I hope you don't mind if I tell everybody you my biological father.
You know, it's funny.
He started laughing. Then when he walked away, I said, bye, Daddy, in front of the whole room.
It's funny.
Morgan Freeman, I looked at Morgan Freeman, and he was looking at me. You know, Morgan been around for a long time.
Sure.
So he probably recognized the face but couldn't place, you know. So I started looking at him. Then I said, Daddy, and he got scared. I got a 42-year-old son out there.
I'm sitting there.
Scared.
You know, you described meeting the president and getting overwhelmed when Michelle Obama says to you, Tracy, and you had tears in your eyes. As you told it, I got the chills, and I got a little teary myself, because imagine if your grandmother had seen that. Tracy Morgan in a room.
My pops saw that.
Imagine if your father saw that.
Yo, comedy. Brought me all the way to the White House, brother.
Wow.
Gotta believe, man.
You gotta believe. You know, you have said, and I think you say it jokingly, if you had gone to college, it would have ruined you. You never would have had a career. That doesn't necessarily mean that. You don't tell your son that you know.
I'm talking about for me. If my life would have went any other path, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't change anything, good, bad, or the ugly.
30 Rock has done...
I had to go through the alcohol stuff, man. I had to go through the divorce. I wasn't ready for all of this if I hadn't gone all of that stuff. Not that it felt good, but it matured me. Mm-hmm. You know, it made me strong. You got to go through the fire.
30 Rock really did a lot for your career. As much as Saturday Night Live brought you to 30 Rock, 30 Rock is the thing now because you're so brilliant in it. You play, in essence, you're the heart of the show now. And that has done it for you, 30 Rock. So Tina Fey, we love her, right?
Yeah, Tina was putting it in for me on Saturday Night Live. When I wasn't getting in much, she would put me in stuff. I guess she was smart enough to see that I knew what I was doing. Like, I was creating characters, I was writing, I was doing this, and she was smart enough to see that.
That's right. That's right.
It's not that she's just smart, but she was smart enough to see that I'm smart. Mm-hmm. Like, wow, this dude.
She believed in you.
Yeah.
She believed in you.
Yeah.
She didn't believe in you.
But not only her, Lauren Michaels.
I met him the other night.
Yeah, Lauren is the dude, man. Lauren could have picked out of 5,000 people. He chose, he said, yo, come be on a show.
Have you ever explained to me how you got into Saturday Night Live, like what the process was? Did they come down to a comedy club and look at you? Was that it?
Yeah, they came down to a comedy club, the Comic Strip.
And
that's the same place that they got Chris Rock and Eddie.
And so some scout, so to speak, sees you up on stage.
Well, I was with Barry Katz. Me and Jim Breuer was on a show before that.
God, Breuer does some impression of you.
He tells some stories about you guys.
We don't see each other much, but that's success. You know what I'm saying? He's successful. So we both work.
Breuer,
when we was on, that's my dude.
Breuer is some funny guy.
Let me tell you something about Jim, man. We was on the TV show up in Harlem.
Right.
When I first got it, and black people loved that dude. Fell in love with that dude.
Why is he not more famous, Jim Breuer? I think he's one of the funniest guys. I mean, his impressions are dead on.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because Jim don't conform. Jim doing it his way.
Well, listen.
It might take a little bit longer, but he doing it his way. He like Frankie. He always been like that. Jim going to do it his way.
You've, of course, heard him do your voice, right?
No, I don't hear too many people.
Listen to this. He's doing a special for us on Howard TV, and we're doing our 25 greatest guests of all time. You, of course, being one of them. And here's Jim introducing Tracy Morgan for the special. Do you have that? Does anyone have that? Listen. Watch and listen. Listen to this. Go ahead. Put up the sound. Well, this ain't gonna work without the soundboard.
This next guest. Listen. This guy is like going to the zoo and watching the monkeys because they make you laugh, but yet you don't know if they're going to toss shit at you. That's why he's just captivating. I've known him forever.
He's my man. And you better be careful because if you don't watch out, somebody gonna get pregnant. Tracy Morgan. It's my man. I'm on the Howard Stern show. Fuck out in pub with Tina Fey, my girl, with Howard Stern. I'm on Howard Stern.
That is brilliant.
Yo, he do it just...
It sounds exactly like you.
He do it just like me. He sounds just like me. Word up.
So you were at
You
were at the comedy... You were at this comedy club. The guy comes, he sees you and Breuer that night, and they say, hey, you're that good. We want you to come meet Lorne Michaels and audition for Saturday Night Live.
No, Jim was already on the show.
Right. Oh, I see.
Jim was already on the show a year before. Will Ferrell and them, I guess they were still casting.
Right.
And I went on, Barry Katz got me an audition. At first they didn't want to see me. They wasn't gonna let me audition. Barry Katz said, yo, you gotta see this fat black dude with a propeller hat. He's funny.
Did you know that night you were being considered when you were up on stage?
I didn't know nothing, man. I just knew I had 3 kids and a wife on welfare. And I was doing my thing. Fuck that, I have nothing to lose, man. That's how I feel right now, Howard. I don't have nothing. Wait a minute, I don't have nothing to lose.
I know that, but now you do have something to lose.
What?
You've got a big career now. You're getting invited to the White House.
I could lose my fucking mind like Mel Gibson if I'm not careful.
That's right. You have something to lose. You have a stake in
society. Some piranhas out there, man. If I could tell Mel Gibson, yo, there's a war out here on the streets between hoes and women, and the hoes are winning, and they bring fucking back up.
Did you just move your apartment?
Yeah, I'm living in the city now.
I hear. I
live right in Midtown, and it's so weird because there's so many porn shops like in the hood.
Everywhere.
Last night I went to go buy Cop Out. The movie on DVD is the #1 DVD in America now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And like the dude was in the shop and he was like food shit. Like we had a shopping cart and everything. He had fake buttholes and he had an extra large male Caucasian fist in
the porno store. He has a shopping cart. That's the sign of a loser. You don't walk around with
but you gotta stick your dick in some while not plastic.
Isn't it kind of funny?
Benji?
Isn't it funny, Tracy, that like a guy would you think you'd be in the old days you're embarrassed to be in a porno store.
Now they're getting a cart.
Now you get a cart like you're at Toys R Us. It's crazy.
It was food shopping, dude. Had lubricants and fake vaginas, like 6 of them, like 4 fake booty holes, everything.
Guy's not getting any pussy.
He had a fake mouth.
In
the shopping cart. He had like 2 fucking big extra large male fists.
Hey, I gotta ask you something. Isn't it true years ago you bought Michael Jackson's glove? You spent like some unheard of amount of money, like $14,000 to buy Michael Jackson's glove at an auction, right? It was one of the actual gloves that he... Right. And people probably thought you were nuts buying a glove of Michael Jackson.
Mike, man.
Okay. So, as it turns out now, the glove's worth something like $40,000, $50,000.
A lot of bread, man. And I would never...
How much did you pay for it?
14.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would never sell it.
Where did you go to buy it? I don't know.
He sweated in that glove.
Where did you go to buy it?
In the auction.
You went to the auction yourself?
Yeah, my boy Kenny got it.
You sent someone there?
Yeah.
And you said buy it
and
for
I'm about to get, what else am I about to buy? One of Evel Knievel's helmets.
Why? Really? You like a lot of memorabilia?
I love Evel Knievel.
Why do you love Evel Knievel? I would think
Evel Knievel is my one. I love him, man. I've patterned my life after Evel and Elvis.
No kidding. Do you own Elvis memorabilia?
I would love to own a piece of Elvis too, man.
Well, let me ask you this: when you buy Michael Jackson's glove, do you keep it in a drawer?
And I want to get. I also order when Vanessa Del Rio dies, I'm gonna get one of her labias.
when
her pussy lips, I'm gonna get one.
As the owner of a Michael Jackson glove, what do you do with this thing?
Where is it?
Do you display it?
It's right. Is in a case.
You have a case.
It's in a case next to my propeller hat. The very first propeller hat that I ever wore on stage.
Now, is it one of the sparkly ones, or is it
sparkly ones?
Okay.
The glove.
Yeah, the glove. The glove.
Heavy, yeah.
Do you?
There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
He had a lot of them gloves.
Do you ever take it out of the case? Do you ever smell it? Did you ever wear it?
I got it in storage.
Do you try it?
No, I put it on.
You keep it in storage in a glass case.
Yeah.
Why not display it in your home?
No.
Why?
Cuz.
What do you mean no?
I don't bring anybody into my house. I got that in a nice safe.
But you would
with
enjoy,
my hat.
But you would enjoy seeing it, wouldn't you? I mean, that would be the point.
That would be an idea, but that right there, I would have to wait till I buy a house. I would wait a minute. I would want to wait till I buy a house, and I would have a room
We can
for my
display
memorabilia.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just have it right there, you know?
Right.
It just seems a shame that you love Michael Jackson. You're keeping this.
But
thing
I got
you
a
bought.
vision. I'm gonna get a case in the wall, a nice space inside of a wall.
Nice.
And that shit is gonna be like a museum.
Hey, Howard.
I like that. Yes.
You know, last time Tracy was here, remember he did he ran a sybian ride?
Yeah.
He took the sybian piece and the case with him.
Right.
Yeah,
That's gonna
I
be
got
part of the
that.
museum.
I got
That's all part of
all
the
my
museum?
stuff is in storage, man.
You so go back to Saturday.
I got a O.J. Simpson jock strap.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Where would you get
I
that?
strain tea in that, so if you come to my house, don't drink tea.
If Michael Jackson's corpse was available to buy, would you buy it?
No.
You would not buy his body?
I'll let him rest in peace, man.
Michael Jackson used to buy Elephant Man remains. He would try to get different corpses. I don't see why you should.
I'm letting him rest in peace. I wouldn't want nobody buy my corpse, man. Let me rest.
Right, okay.
Let me rest.
So-
I'm not disturbing that.
So the price tag on a Michael Jackson glove now is somewhere up around $50,000, but you will never sell it.
No.
You will always hold on to it. This is not something for
It
speculation.
could be like 100,000 now, man.
Weren't you part of this effort to get LeBron James to come to the Knicks?
Yeah, man. With the Madison Square Garden, they brought us there. They brought me there, and we just filmed like for 3 hours this, come to New York thing.
Didn't work out, did it?
Nah, he went to Miami.
Disappointed?
Yeah.
Mad at him?
No, because it's not going to stop us. We the Knicks, baby. Me and you sit together.
You're damn right. I was
And we
glad he's
still
not
the
coming.
Knicks. Yeah.
I think I'd have trouble getting seats at the games.
No, I mean, he was just a piece of the puzzle. We trying to build a team.
Right. But it's a shame. And you worked hard to get him. They asked me to be part of it. I said, no. You know what? LeBron's a grown man. He knows where he wants to go. I don't beg anyone. You don't want to live in New York? Go fuck yourself. I don't care.
New York is a place to be, man.
That's
it's
right.
the Mecca, baby.
Absolutely. Now, look. What's going on with you and your mother? Last time you were here, you had written your book, your bestseller. Mm-hmm. And you said to me, I don't have a relationship with my mother, but things are going to be repaired. Things are going to get better.
I spoke to my mom on the phone 2 days ago when I went on my way to Great Adventures.
That's a major thing.
Yeah.
This was a major breakthrough, no?
Yeah, just call and see what's up. What's that? How you
No
doing?
kidding.
What's going on,
When
huh?
was the last time you had spoken to her up until 2 days ago?
A couple of years ago, man.
Now, so you make it sound so casual. You pick up the phone and call her. Why all of a sudden?
My brother, I was out in Boston with my older brother. My oldest brother was on the road with me, and we had such a fun time. And I asked him about mommy. I said, "What's up with mommy?" and all that. And I said, "Give her my number. Tell her to call me." So as I'm driving, she called.
Ah, she called you.
It was a missed call. I looked at the phone. It was a missed call. It said Mom's.
Right.
And then when I got the Great Adventure, I just called her back. She said, "No, I'm just calling to see how you doing. You are my son, blah, blah, blah." I said, "What's going on? What's up?" It ain't me and my mom's ain't like, It's like, "What's up?"
Did she cry?
No.
Did you cry?
No.
Was it weird or awkward after a year or two of not speaking?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. It was crazy, but that's my mom's. You know
Is it going to happen? I know exactly what you're saying.
Are you going to talk to her more often? Are you going to see her?
My mom's live out of state.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
So I don't. Unfortunately,
You don't leave the state?
I don't. No, it's not that I don't leave the state.
I don't think he's allowed to leave the state.
It's not that. Come on, man. I'm not a criminal. It's not that. It's just that I don't get a chance. I'm
you're not being honest. You're not being honest.
No. I have a family that I got to take care of.
Oh, come on.
She can't travel either?
My mom's could do whatever she want to do.
And that's
so you two aren't talking
My mom
about...
could do whatever she
But
wanted
you
to do.
two aren't talking
But
about
you gotta understand,
seeing each other.
Wait a minute.
What you're saying...
I'm 41.
Right.
And we don't need to see family and relatives like that.
Nobody's saying
Me
that.
and my mom's got to take baby steps.
All right.
Well,
that's my mother, and I think a phone call here and there is good right now.
I think what you're saying
now.
is, I'm reading between the lines, and what you're saying is, your mom could get off her ass and come visit you.
And she could come see her grandkids and all that.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
So you're a little angry. You're angry.
No,
you're angry.
No, I'm not
you
angry.
are. She could do it.
No, I think I let it go.
She's being a child.
I think I let it go. Sometimes people project. And sometimes people try to turn you into their parents.
Well, that's what she's doing.
You know what I'm saying?
She's
she might be trying to turn me into her father.
Of course. Why is she standing on ceremony? She should come visit you and the grandchildren.
We're here.
Of course. You see,
I'm not angry with her. It's cool.
Yes, you are.
I'm not, Howard. I'm honestly,
yeah.
I'm angry at a lot of motherfuckers.
Who are you angry with?
I'm angry at the machine, goddammit. I want to get inside that motherfucker. I want to start pushing buttons and pulling levers. There's a lot of things I want to change, and I'm angry at. And that's my rage. That's what will keep me, you know what I'm saying? But little shit like Mel Gibson saying this and that, I don't feed into that bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of other things like oil in the fucking water that we could be dealing with.
Right.
I could be, I'm angry at Lindsay Lohan. What the fuck is she getting all this fucking press about?
Right. You been to jail?
Yeah, what the fuck? I ain't getting no press. I was on the Lindsay Lohan program. I gotta share the tube with Snooki.
You're not kidding.
I'm skilled. I got skills.
You gotta go.
I'm angry at a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Where's my next fucking movie?
Right.
No. Hollywood, wake the fuck up. I'm here. I'm on the cover of GQ.
You are.
Yeah, I did a movie. I did a movie at the beginning of the summer with Al Pacino, baby. Yeah? Al Pacino blew my back out.
Well, then how was
Shot the shit out of me.
What does that mean?
I'll fall off a roof. I'm in a drama. I'm in a drama called No One's Son with Channing Tatum and Ray Liotta and Al Pacino, and I get shot.
When is this
fucking awesome? You should see me die.
When is this movie coming out?
I don't know when is it coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but it was just at the Cannes Film Festival.
Did you learn anything from Al Pacino? I mean, this is one of the greatest actors of all time. Did you learn anything from Al Pacino?
Hell yeah. He
what did
said,
you learn?
Find your inspiration.
Is that what he said, really?
He said everything you fucking learn when it's time to do the shit, forget it. And just find inspiration. Everything you train for, when it comes to do the actual act, forget it. And just find inspiration.
I don't understand that.
You gotta find your inspiration.
That doesn't mean a thing to me.
You gotta be inspired to get up and come to this motherfucking job every day. You're inspired, Howard. You know we love you.
And forget what you've learned?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a dancer. He said dancers, ballet dancers, they train, they learn their routine. But the day of the show, they have to forget all of that shit and just find inspiration.
What is your inspiration?
Oh, man.
Your mom's?
I find inspiration in all kind of shit, man. I find inspiration in the motherfuckers telling me I couldn't do it. Motherfuckers telling me I would never see the president. I find inspiration in people saying that me and Robin will never get together.
But you will.
Yeah, you know I'm going to get her pregnant because you know I'm old school. I don't be pulling out, man. I don't be pulling out. That's my baby. I would get Robin.
You know what your inspiration is?
Fucking pregnant. She'd be with the maternity gown on and everything. And when she had my daughter, I'll just be standing there watching her breastfeed and everything.
You could get Robin pregnant?
That'd be my fucking baby right there.
You think you could get Robin pregnant?
Hell fucking yeah, man. I could fill up with like a half of that cup. I could fill up with my jizz. My jizz, B.
Yeah, you're the man. What? You're the man.
Oh my God, that's my baby. Her smile.
You have
that's a
to go
fine
see.
chocolate motherfucker right there. As my father would say, that's a fine motherfucker. That ain't a gorgeous woman. That's a fine motherfucker. And she got the crazy big badonkadonk.
When Sandler,
y'all out there in the Howard world, y'all should see what I see. You don't even know how many times I done masturbated to Robin, man.
Is that true?
No, what?
Is that true?
When I was at fucking Saturday Night Live, I was a douchebag. Me and Norm McDonald were douchebags. We were fucking superheroes. We were buck physical. One of the twin powers activated. Form of two douchebags. Let me tell you something. After every pitch meeting, there was a line outside the bathroom where I was masturbating so much.
Oh my God.
They would see me go in the bathroom with my magazine.
Brewer told us a great story.
I beat my dick to in every bathroom in 30 Rock.
Brewer told us a great story about you. He was talking about how Colin Quinn and Brewer raped Will Ferrell.
Every day. Every day.
It drove you guys nuts that Will Ferrell.
Every day he would walk in our office. He would walk in our office, and we would just go right into character like we was gay, like in prison. And he would come in there, Will would come in there, like unbeknownst to him, and we just start fucking raping him. Me, Colin, all the fucking time.
The idea was you guys were angry that Will was always in character.
Everywhere we raped
and he was playing a gay character, and you guys said, you know what, let's see you stay in character when we rape your ass.
We raped his asshole.
And Brewer described that you're always the guy at the door going, save some of that for me.
Yeah, I'm looking out we got my do-rag on. I'm looking out while they fucking raping them.
Listen, you got to go see Tracy Morgan tonight through Sunday. This is a rare opportunity. He is going to be at Caroline's.
I love being on your show because you dig deep, man.
I love it.
You be getting shit out of me. You like my Dr. Phil, man. I come in and hang out with you.
I love when you come in.
It's like therapy for me coming to see Howard Stern, man. A lot of motherfuckers run for the border, man, but I love it.
Hey, how's your son dealing with this hot girl?
Trey?
How's he dealing with this hot girlfriend of yours? It must be confusing.
Chilling. Yo, man, he's 19.
She's running
probably
around.
Blew in his butthole. I think she licked his butthole because his logic is off. He got a twisted sense of logic, so I think she tossed the salad. Motherfucker can't do shit right. Yo, let me tell you something, how good pussy is, man.
Right.
That should make you go against your parents. You know what Adam did against God?
Right.
Eve gave him that motherfucking, that twist and it was a wrap. He said, make me some fruit salad, this fruit cocktail.
Would you ever allow a reality show of your life to be taped with you and your kids? Would you ever go that way?
I don't think America's ready.
You don't think America could handle it?
They would have to give me a bunch of money. I would have to get Howard Stern money.
Big money.
Big fucking
then
money.
You'd open up the doors.
And yo, I got some black chicks that wanna go down on you, bro.
No kidding.
Yeah, it takes a village, man. Yo, man, it takes a village.
I'm way into that Remy Ma.
Well, when does that come up? You're walking around, you're sitting around, and all of a sudden.
Yo, let me tell you something, Robin. Most of my fans love fucking Howard. When they say, yo, when you on Howard, that's the
Robin, remember when I was coming on to Remy Ma?
Yes. I almost had it.
Almost.
She wanted you, I think.
What was the hurdle? What was the dilemma?
I don't know. I think she was tied up with someone else. Remember?
You almost had Remy Ma?
Well,
she put it on you, man.
I came on to her. Nothing happened.
You like that nappy dugout.
Oh, I
like the
love
nappy
it.
dugout.
I love it. You know, listen, I grew up in a black neighborhood. I tried many times with the girls, and the sisters would all say to me, I can't fuck you. I can't have sex with you. I can't even be your girlfriend because I'll get the shit beat out of me. I was the only white guy.
Yo, it's taboo, dude. They couldn't bring you home, motherfucker, so what's the point?
I was like
I
a
had
black
an Italian girl tell me that shit. I can't bring you home, so what's the fucking point? You know I want you. Yo, you know what scene in your movie? Remember the girl with the fucking knockwish?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Queen.
Yeah.
That really happened?
You saw it right there. That wasn't CGI.
No, that's no CGI. That's no special effects. She can do it.
Wow, women are fucking. Oh man, they're
crazy.
Women go out. They could take it.
They sure can.
They could take it.
Tracy, you're a great guy. You know I always wish you a lot of success, and I'm telling people.
When are you coming to see me perform?
Well,
and when am I going to have dinner with you?
Soon.
You have dinner with Chris Rock, but I can't get it.
No, I didn't
have Chris Rock stood me up. I had it with Spade.
So why the fuck I wouldn't have stood you up?
Let me tell you something. Adam Sandler was just in town. Rock, Spade. Did they invite you to dinner? You're a Saturday Night Live alumni.
And you've worked with Chris.
That's right. Why didn't these guys invite? They didn't invite you to dinner.
I didn't get invited. I know it doesn't hurt. I just think that I'm not a part of that generation there.
No, please. Sure you are. It's ridiculous.
They're alumni, but I don't know.
All right, listen to me. The important thing, the reason you're here. Let's get down to it. Tracy's going to be at Caroline's on Broadway. This is a great room to see Tracy. It's where he's most relaxed. He's going to come in there. He's going to tear the room up. Am I correct?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right. You're going to go out there. You're going to
rocking the night.
You're not going to coast. You're not going to just. You're going to give him everything you have.
Well, actually, I'm gearing up to do an HBO special.
Is that true?
Yes. I'll be filming at the Apollo on September 22nd, either the 23rd or the 24th. Right. So right now I'm just putting the whole tightening bolts and shit like that.
Making sure it all works.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
Tonight through Sunday, Caroline's on Broadway in Manhattan as Tracy prepares to tighten the bolts. That's what it's called, the Tightening of the Bolts Tour.
Yeah, well, Tracy Morgan, Black and Blue.
Black and Blue Tour. For tickets, go to carolines.com. That's most important. You got to go see Tracy. Tracy, I want to thank you for coming in here. You sat down like a man. You talked about everything. You didn't shy away from any topics.
Nah.
You'll work with Mel Gibson.
And that's the
the motherfucker don't ask for a lot of loot. We got $5,000 for him.
It's true. You can get Mel Gibson. You know what? I might put Mel Gibson in a movie.
Passion of Christ 2.
You're right.
There you go.
Christ in the hood.
And we will be back right after these words. Thanks, Tracy.
I love you, Howard.
Love you,
Robin.
Too. Back in a flash, as they say. Here we go. Come on, Fred. Make it happen.
Who this? I'm gonna fuck you like a wild lamb on this. Huh? I'm retarded, you jerk! You stupid bastard.
I'll change topics. Let's go over to Tracy Morgan.
How many more minutes do we have?
About 10 or 15. But let's talk about Tracy Morgan. We talked about it in the beginning of this show. When Tracy Morgan comes in, you don't have to leave your seat because you can hear him in the hallways. He's loud. He's fun. He said he was talking to Medical Pete out in the halls. He loves to mix it up. But Tracy Morgan on Sirius with Howard, you're never going to get an interview like that because this is the only place that lets Tracy be Tracy.
He's so good on the show. He was when we booked him on the show the first time, we weren't even sure that we wanted him on. Kimmel said to Howard, you got to have him on. And somebody, Craig Gass did a really good Tracy Morgan impersonation. We didn't even know what that meant. He's so good on the show, and he's been good from the first day he came here. He's sort of a wild card. But you never know what he's going to say next. But he's funny. He's just very, very funny. And he's got good premises. Like, I love that premise he walked in with this morning about, I just moved to the city, and I went to a porn shop, and there's people in there with baskets like they're shopping, That's just a funny idea.
How pissed do you think he was at Benji for what Benji pulled on him?
I couldn't tell. Do you think he was annoyed?
Yes, I do. I think he got the joke, but... At the moment, if you watch that tape, he was pissed. Didn't you think so, Will?
Oh, absolutely. I think every time Benji pulls one of those stunts, like, people look like they want to punch him right in the head. So Tracy was no different.
And I'm always surprised that someone hasn't.
Me too.
Benji really puts himself out there a lot of times. Like, I was thinking about, like, when he started beating those people up with a pillow. That's, like, one of my favorite things ever. Like, at some point, I thought somebody just put down the pillow and punch him in the face.
How about the people screaming for peace, and then they stopped, and Benji just kept screaming for minutes.
What about the poetry slam that he did?
So many.
Now, when Tracy started talking about Mel Gibson, he said he said he'd be more than willing to work with him if the price was right. But he also said that it's white people who are upset over Mel Gibson using the N-word and not black people. What did you think of that?
I disagree with that. You just hear white people yelling. You think black people don't care? Is that what he was saying?
I think they do, but yeah, he was like, what did he say? It's hip hop, I believe he said, or something.
Well, Jesse Jackson, before the tapes even came out, the transcript, Jesse Jackson wanted an apology. So.
One of the few times Jesse Jackson's right.
I think at this point, though, it's like so over the top that people almost don't take him seriously, that they're just willing to laugh at it.
Right, he has no credibility left.
Right, it's just...
Well, Tracy's just one of those guys. I mean, the second he walks through the door, he's fucking funny. He doesn't even need a mic. He doesn't need a camera. The guy just walked in. First thing he says, I love this show. Wish it was on in the nighttime. I'm tired. And he's walking around.
As soon as we cut off the mics, the segment was over, he did a 10-minute rant in the studio that was funnier than anything he said during the interview. It was unbelievable.
It was so weird because Howard talked about it. He got, like, sort of brutally honest, but also just as funny as he was. And we stood there. It wasn't even like we asked him questions.
No.
He just started to talk, and he goes, you know what I mean, Howard? And then he just would keep going and going. And it was really, really interesting, but funnier than anything he'd ever done. Maybe for us, because it's so real that when it's funny and real, it's the best, the best.
Balls of the guy to like, because if you ever see him live, like doing stand-up, like, having done comedy, I can see when he's just trying something. Like, he's just talking off the top of his head, and not only is it funny, he kills with it.
I've never seen his act. If you go to see his act, is it sort of freeform, or is it a standard act and then he throws shit
No,
in?
it's definitely not standard. I would say it's more freeform, and it's just hilarious from start to finish. And there's some people that go in there not knowing what to expect from Tracy, and it's a real rude awakening for them. But he's brilliant, man. He's like Godzilla on stage.
Joe in Baltimore, welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Hey, what's going on? I actually got to see Tracy probably a couple years ago, and just like Shuni was saying, he is awesome, and a lot of it is improv, and he's just hilarious. I mean, he did 25 minutes of some of the funniest stuff ever, and he just went to different topics the whole time. But speaking about Tracy, he's one of the few people that actually challenged, Howard and Robin, saying, about the whole Will Smith, that's his kid, and, if Jason wants to be in movies, then, why shouldn't his celebrity father be behind him? And, I actually agreed with him there.
Yeah, I don't think he challenged him so much as he just flat out disagreed with him. I don't know that that's a challenge, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, and listen, I've listened to Howard since like 91, and I agree with some things, but sometimes, I think Howard, he needs to see the other point of view, and I think that's what Tracy did there, and just told him, if a kid's gonna be, in the business, why not have someone like Will and Jada, who's, done it all in show business? Why not have them behind it? I just thought it was that. And one more thing, Baba Booey, thank you for putting me on the snorkel, man. I think I'm addicted like you. And I actually did the Howard Stern game on there, and I got everyone right except for High Pitch Mike. For some reason, I just couldn't. I went blank with him.
Sporkle's definitely a phase. I mean, I'll still do it from time to time, but when you first get on it, it's you can almost do nothing else, and then after you sort of flatline a little bit, you go to it from time to time.
All right, Joe, thank you for calling in. Let's talk to Jamie in Massachusetts. Jamie, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good.
I didn't know Tracy Morgan from A Hole in the Wall until I seen that movie he was in with Adam Sandler, The Longest Yard.
He's not in that, is he?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, either you have to be totally 100% so gay or a great actor to play this part. He played a gay inmate that wanted Adam Sandler so bad, And I'm like, wow, I cannot believe anyone could be that gay. And he can pull it off. He can pull it off. He was the best freaking. I like this guy. Then after that, I seen him in other things too. But
did you like him? Did you like him in his non-gay roles?
There's a non-gay role he did for VH1. John, you probably know the movie. It was like an 80s, it was like a parody of the 80s, and it was Tracy Morgan, Chris Kattan was in it. It was set in like high school, and Tracy Morgan played this black guy from the 80s, and he had the huge like Harry Carey bifocals on, and the Kango hat, and just the references and the style and the shit he was talking. I mean, it made that whole movie hilarious.
And he's funny as hell on 30 Rock if you watch that show.
And again, I think that I'm trying to figure out if they're taking shit from his real life and trying to put it in the script, or if they're mocking his real life. Because so most of the plot lines on that show, you can't tell whether it's Tracy Morgan or Tracy Jordan.
Right. I think it's a combination of both. And when he got to go to the White House, he admitted to Howard, he teared up when he got to meet the president.
I thought that seemed very genuine. I kept waiting for the joke, the punchline, and it sort of didn't come. The funniest thing he said was when he asked Colin Powell if he could tell everyone, you're my real father.
The movie's called VH1's Totally Awesome.
I don't remember that, but
it's funny. Check it out.
It sounds good.
He's great.
When you met Clinton, did you get choked up at all?
No, but I didn't get choked up, but I turned into a fucking like a chick. I tell the story all the time. I'm like,
wet?
No, but I tell the story. Yeah, at least I can.
I wasn't even necessarily making a joke about you, Gary.
One time he opened his mouth and he fucking right through his heart.
No, when I met Clinton, I said before I met him, I'm like, you know what? I've met Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've met Mickey Mantle. I'm trying to think of like super A-level people that I've met. And okay, I've never met a president. Paul McCartney. And I'm like, I've been down this road before. Like, it'll be really cool to meet them, but like I can handle it. I said he walks into the room, he puts his left hand on your shoulder, and his right hand he grabs your hand to shake it. And when he did that, I was like a chick. I would have blown him. My knees buckled, and he goes, "Hi, Bill, very nice to meet you." And I was like, "Oh my God, really? It's like electricity goes through your body. I can't explain it. It's so stupid."
Have you ever felt that way meeting anybody else besides him?
No, there's something listen, he was president for 8 years. I voted for him twice. I agreed with a lot of the stuff that he did. He's very charismatic.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. How about you? Did you ever get choked up like that meeting anybody?
I was excited to meet Maurice Jones-Drew yesterday.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell the truth?
What?
The time you got choked up when you met somebody.
Oh, and that Chad Pennington story you love to tell? I didn't get choked up over Chad Pennington.
Oh, my God.
I would love to meet Donovan McNabb. I think I would get a little giddy if I met him.
Even as a Redskin?
Well, I went to Syracuse with the guy, and then we had some great years at Eagles. I would love to meet Donovan McNabb.
I'm trying to think of who I would meet that would make me cry.
Easy Bengals.
Hey.
Who'd you get choked up meeting?
Huh? I don't know. I can't think of anyone.
There's no one you've met, and you were like, "Oh
I even met Quentin Tarantino, and it was really. I mean, I didn't. I don't get emotional like that.
Maybe when you meet your mom.
Hey, when was the last time you cried?
That was hilarious.
JD.
What?
When was the last time you cried?
Like a hard cry.
I know. I heard.
Oh, well, I'm my grandmother. My grandmother's dad.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure because sometimes you seem a little detached. So you.
Yeah, I mean, I held it pretty good until there were a couple moments at the funeral, but you know.
I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't mean to bring that up.
When you got that text message
Thanks
from
for that.
Speed dating chick?
Yeah, from Andy, I cried a little bit.
Thanks for bringing the show down, Buzz Killington.
Hey,
you asked.
Hang in there, JD. Time to wrap up the wrap-up show.
Last time I come in.
Wilmer, anything you want to plug?
It's over for the Phils, so I'm now a Reds fan.
Are you giving up on the Phils?
They're 7 games out. The staff is a mess. I don't know. It doesn't look good.
We'll try to get out of a bet, which is kind of lame.
Desperately.
Gary?
Hey, the Mets are a half game better than the Phils.
JD?
Go Reds.
Surely.
Next Thursday, July 29th, we're going to be at Caroline's Miserable Men Comedy Tour. Go to miserablemen.com.
Tonight, 7 o'clock, Howard 101, Super Fan Roundtable, talking about... Oh, and Tracy Morgan is hosting Best of the Week this week. Thanks for listening to the wrap-up show on Howard 100.
Who this?
Cash.App, $milkcratemarauder.
Huh?
Venmo, @milkcratemarauder.
You stupid bastard.
I'm Reba Dutton, cocksucker!